Hello there, everybody. Welcome to Movies Are Real Best of 2024 Part 2, baby. God damn it, folks. You know, 2023. Oh no, I'm looking at the paper, the card. It says 2023, not 2024. That was a Oscar.
Moonlight is the winner.
Again, hey, the Oscars are still making those goddamn jokes. I can.
That is true.
We can't really expect the Oscars to make good jokes.
That's a Jimmy Kimmel thing. Mm-hmm. He is a funny guy.
Anyways, yes, welcome to the best of for 2023. I'm George. I'm here with Ryan Lance.
That's me.
And Carrie.
Hi.
Thanks for correcting the record there, Carrie.
Of course. It's my job.
I'd like to remind everyone that we do have a studio audience of all of our favorite actors. That guy from Dune. The guys who do the breathing in the King Arthur Legend of the Sword soundtrack they are our orchestra. So yeah, they are not mic'd, unfortunately, so you will not be able to hear them. But they are here.
You can feel their presence.
We can feel their presence. Elizabeth Debicki is here. We asked her to sit down, but she's still taller than all of us, even though she is sitting.
Our categories for today are Most Disappointing, Standout Moment, Best Performance, Do Not Go in Their award, Best Old Movies of 2023, and Top 10, our Top 10, which is a stacked rank of the top 10 movies, with the number one being the best movie of the year.
And that's it.
So yeah, let's get into the first category here, which is the opposite of the last category we did on day one, and that is Most Disappointing. This is a movie where we had a lot of expectations, and those expectations were not met. Carrie, would you like to read the nominees for Most Disappointing?
Most disappointing, we have Fast X, we have The Exorcist Believer, we have Scream 6, we have Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom, we have Magic Mike's Last Dance, we have Oppenheimer, we have Suzume, we have The Last Voyage of the Demeter, we have The Outwaters, we have VHS 85, we have The Boy and the Heron, we have Poor Things, we have Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, and we have Suzume again.
Whoa!
Someone was really disappointed in Suzume.
Yeah.
Well, thank God we can already cut something.
Yeah. We lost access to the document, folks. I'm back. Don't worry about it. Honestly, let's just cut Fast X, because I'll be real with you. I kind of knew. Also, I didn't watch this when it came out. I watched this after the fact. Mm-hmm. So that says how much I was already I know this is not.
I don't believe in this.
Yeah,
but I was still surprised, how bad it was. So yeah, if someone wants to cut Fast X.
What were your thoughts on F9?
That was really stupid, but okay. That's better than 8 by a country mile. So that's my thought about it.
So Fast 11 in theory, can only go up. If it's a similar trajectory.
I don't believe it, though. I don't believe they got it in them.
The building blocks.
I think it's over. It's over.
Oh no.
If that sexual harassment lawsuit might finally put a kibosh on it, and it might be for the best. Okay. Goodness gracious! If anything's justice in the world, also.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ. So yeah. Was I disappointed in The Exorcist? I mean, I was disappointed, but my expectations were, man, it's not good.
I felt in my bones when I saw that trailer. I was like, this
good. I don't know.
I was like, this might be one of the worst movies of the year.
Well, I remember the first time we saw the trailer was before Oppenheimer, because that's when the trailer premiered. And I remember watching the trailer, and they do the flashback black and white images like the original Exorcist trailer, and I was like, that's kind of cool. I don't know, that's an idea. And that was the only idea.
I think it was the second, when the second trailer dropped, and we saw it in front of a bunch of stuff, and over time I was like,
that trailer was bad.
Yeah, whatever trailer adds the little girl going, I don't want to go to hell. Really bad.
It's these girls are just annoying. These demons are just annoying. What the hell? At least be mean like the Evil Dead demons. Why are you just yeah. It's shut up. I'll leave you in the girl.
Come
You're just
on.
annoying at this point.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, at least say something about my cunting daughter or something.
Please.
Come on.
Please, Jesus. So uninspired.
So I guess I don't know, where does that leave us? Does that leave us in cutting it now, or is it sticking around?
I think cutting it. I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I think we've heard this movie enough.
I saw that first trailer and I was looking forward to it, but yeah.
I think we kind of came to terms with the fact that it's probably going to be bad.
Yeah.
Before we saw it.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I'll cut The Exorcist Believer.
Who all saw Magic Mike's Last Dance? Was that just George?
Me.
Okay.
I have seen.
I completely forgot this movie
Yes,
even existed.
yes. And it kind of snuck. Yeah, it snuck into theaters, and it kind of came and went. Unlike Exorcist 2. Unlike Magic Mike Double XL, which is a movie that continues to have a legacy. It's just they acted like they were just putting it out and doing it, and they kind of just put it out and did it. It has some moments, but it does not reach the heights of something like Magic Mike Double XL in terms of fun. It
seemed more sorrowful and like sad.
But it wasn't.
The trailer.
It was. I mean, it's
seemed
confused.
Like, I'm all washed up. I'm not sexy anymore. It's like your body looks exactly.
It's mostly that it's confused. It doesn't know what it wants to. It doesn't know what it wants to do with this story. It very much feels like the third in a trilogy where they didn't. Again, it feels like the Ninja Turtles 3. I know that's a weird way to compare Magic Mike 3, but it's just like, man, what are we doing here? But it still has some incredible dance performances, some truly phenomenal moments. The finale and the first dance with Salma Hayek and Mike is phenomenal. The last one specifically was Channing Tatum being like, genuinely like, I love doing this. I fucking love stripping my ass and dancing. Like, I love it. So, and that last one was like, I'm gonna fucking go all the way in. It's essentially like that Tom Holland umbrella thing, more or less, but more actually like
good,
horny.
Oh.
Like, actually, like, there's clearly like, hey, Tom is like doing this like very well, but it's also like, isn't this wild? You wouldn't expect me to do it. Where it's like, I actually want to turn you on and like do a sexual thing here, and it's done very well. But it's not as good. And also, I don't think it's the most disappointing movie. So let's just cut it. It is a disappointing movie of the year, but it's not without its merits. So yeah, I'm cutting it.
I will say, Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom. I think
we knew what we were getting into, but it's just sad, man.
It is certainly disappointing.
Remember when they were gonna do a horror series on The Trench?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That would have been amazing.
Now I'm disappointed in that.
Yeah. Because like we all came out of Aquaman very, very high.
Yeah.
But then
surprised.
Very surprised. There's no way it didn't win that.
Yeah,
one
I don't
year.
remember.
I
It's
can't
gotta be.
remember. There's no way. But just over time, like, we didn't see anything about this movie. Just stuff in the background, just sorrowed it and just made it.
Amber Heard stuff. I mean, they're gonna
Heard
rewrite
stuff.
it.
Yeah. And
There's the what's his fucking, not Matt Damon. What's his fucking name? Duncan Donuts man. Like, his stuff gets cut out. Like, there's supposed to be stuff in it, but we're maybe cutting it out.
Yeah.
Ben
Affleck.
Yeah, Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
It's like, who?
Yeah, Ben Affleck is supposed to be in this, and that's cut. I wouldn't be surprised if there was also a Wonder Woman thing. At some point, she just shows up like, Aquaman, you have to give me the stone, or some bullshit. I don't know.
I think it's also just like, I always had this like hope, like, you know what? The Aquaman trailer, it didn't do much for me, but the movie blew me away, and I was secretly hoping a similar thing would happen, but for some reason,
no,
the spark was not there. They were just, treading old water. Joke is obvious. I've said it before. And it just felt nothing. There was more Patrick Wilson, and yet it was less fun. I don't know.
Damn.
because the adventure is not fun.
The
stuff we're trying to solve is not fun. Again, like, Aquaman has the first Aquaman has multiple set pieces. The first fight with Patrick Wilson in the goddamn arena dome with the bucket octopus doing the drums.
Amazing.
The part where they go to the desert, where him and Amber Heard go in the desert, and goddamn Toto by Pitbull, Africa by Pitbull starts playing, and they have the fight in the Venice in the the small town. It looks gorgeous. There's a fucking finale where it's raining fucking down, and it's like epic as shit and so stupid, and goddamn, Patrick Wilson looks like an idiot, but I love it. There's the goddamn part where they go to the center of the fucking earth, and it's suddenly you see James Wan's horror chops where the trenches are. It looks.
That was amazing.
It's fully black, and there's only the light of Aquaman going down. It looks stunning, and you get there, and there's this whole thing, and there's Nicole Kidman, and he gets the fucking suit, and let's fucking go! And this movie has none of those big moments. Mm-hmm. There's a moment where they go to an island where everything's big for some reason, but they don't commit to it. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know.
There's the part where he eats a bug.
And that's the big thing. That's the last bit of the DCEU.
Yeah.
Him eating a goddamn cockroach and a burger.
That is funny. That is funny.
So
and it is, if anything, a cathartic end to everything.
It is an ending. Him saying, I'm Aquaman, as in Iron Man came out 5 decades ago at this point, guys, and then he goes, bah! End. What the hell? Do you even remember that? Like, he's like, the sea or something. I'm Aquaman, blah, blah. And then he looks out, and then he comes back and goes, bah! It's fucking what? That's the thing that happened. That's the thing that happened.
It's a funny movie. It's a very funny movie.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
It's weird.
It sticks around, actually.
It might stick around.
Like, we knew going into, but it's still like, again, like you, Ryan,
the history of it.
You know what? It's fun to hate on the DCEU, but I was a hater of Aquaman, and now I'm a believer. Maybe they pull it out. James Wan still cares, and clearly James Wan and oh my god, I just forgot his name. Lead man. What's his name? The lead Aquaman. Who's Aquaman?
Jason Momoa?
Jason Momoa also cares about this.
Oh, yeah.
Because the fact of the matter is, Aquaman gave him a career. Like, he was in Game of Thrones, but he was like, he's just a tall guy. And then he got casted in Aquaman's like, man, that guy's hot. That guy's big. Put him in stuff. And that's a fact. And so he still cares. So yeah, it's just, it's disappointing. So yeah, it sticks around. Yeah, no, I convinced myself. I'm still not over that this movie's a bummer. I'm still not over it. It sucks. Anyways.
I think Saw 6 is definitely disappointing because it just feels... Scream 6. Saw 6 is also disappointing.
It's not great.
You know what? I'm going to bring this up now.
2004 called, and I'm pissed. Scream 6, disappointing. It just kind of felt like nothing.
Yes.
It felt like a retreading this
What are we
thing.
even doing here?
Yeah, you can't even get Neve Campbell in it because you don't respect her.
But now the fact that everyone else is left, she's the only lifeline you have to save this franchise. Great. So she's essentially scabbing, but again, get your money, whatever, at this point.
Yeah. But I don't think it hangs just because I think there's other stuff I'm more passionate about. I think that movie had some good parts in it. I liked its cold open bit.
That's probably that was so good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And that's the best part of that movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, where's this gonna go? Maybe they have big ideas that how to, like, you know, the horror franchise that, like, sort of reinvent, like, it's like, whoa, I didn't expect that. No, it has it doesn't know what. It's become a parody. It's become what it parodied at this point.
Yeah.
Like, it just follows a formula. Like, they're not.
I hope that with the next one, if the brain focus back on Neve Campbell, they can refocus.
I love how you still are always cheering for the Scream franchise.
I don't know why. I don't know why. Most of these movies are not good. I don't know what's wrong with my body.
Oh
no.
But yeah, and it's it is cool to be like at this point now that Jenny Ortega is like, oh, she's a star and she's still in this, and that's kind of neat. Like, it's, but at the same time, it's clear it's sort of like Jamie Lee Curtis doing Halloween 2, where it's like nobody wanted to do Halloween 2 and she didn't want. So it is what it is. But yeah, we can cut it. You liked the last one a little bit more than me.
I did, yeah.
And I did not. Yeah, so I was like, fuck it, whatever. We brought back Hayden Panettiere, and she's a cop now.
I mean, I like her coming. I like the idea of that actor coming back.
I like that.
But
she's like, she's like FBI or something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever.
The Outwaters. I understand you can't see anything in this movie.
No.
I paid money to see a movie. God damn it.
I was very excited for this. I love a good found footage thing. there was some really positive stuff coming from, film festivals and everything. And then the movie comes out and like, you're hoping for like a big moment, and I guess it happens, but can't fucking see it. And I don't know. This is probably my most disappointing movie of the year, to be honest with you. Okay. And I think, we bothered Alamo into showing it in theaters, if you remember. It's your fault, right? It is my fault. But it did have a fun moment of, a pretty decently sized, theater for what it was, and then everyone just uncomfortably laughing at the penis stuff at the end. So true. So that is a moment I will have in my heart forever. Watching a man cut off his penis with a solid amount of people around me. Not a Skidamore. If it was a Skidamore level of people, great. I'd be talking about that forever.
Not since I finally saw Possession in a movie theater with a full crowd. I felt we are all in this building experiencing this.
I love it when Alamo puts up a weird freak showing and it's just full. I'm like, where are you people? I want to network with these people. These are all freaks.
So is it staying for now?
I'm keeping Outwaters. I was very excited by it.
Once again, the Last Voyage of Demeter is getting cut because it was not disappointing, right? But not good. Yes! Not surprising enough to win Best Surprise.
Listen, I don't make these rules. I don't know what happened here.
Literally do.
No, I don't.
Construct them in your little brain.
I don't make the rules. I didn't decide this. We all love the Last Voyage of the Demeter.
All three of us.
I don't know how it got on
this list. It is at the point where I just need to watch this movie. That's the long game.
We all saw it and we all clapped.
Yes. Everyone stood and clapped, and we all pointed to the projectionist and said, yes! Do that again. And they were like, what? What are you talking about? Do that again.
In 15 minutes. That all happened. I was there.
Yeah, Carrie can attest on what happened. It was very confusing for everyone involved.
Anyways, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning is not it's not a horribly disappointing movie. Even when I saw it, I was like, I like that. But now that I've seen all of the Mission Impossible movies, I can see how coming off from Fallout to Dead Reckoning is pretty disappointing. But regardless, it is not going to make it on this list. I wish it was better. I'm kind of upset that they're cowards and not committing to the part 2 bit and they just calling it Dead Reckoning. That actually pisses me the fuck off. But whatever, it is what it is, but we can cut that. Carrie, poor things on this list.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'll say I was also disappointed, but Carrie, as the big Yogos fan, how did
just my main thing. Like, I still think it's a good movie, but I am so heartbroken that Poor Things of all things has fallen into my it's good but I feel nothing category with the likes of fucking like Dunkirk and the Northman. Like, that's heartbreaking that it's in there.
Oh, you'd hate to have another Northman. Was Northman this year or last year?
No, that was
okay. It feels like recent and 1,000 years ago.
But yeah, I don't know, because it was just like every year I have a movie that I latch onto and I'm like, this is the one. And I thought that was going to be Poor Things, and I watched it and I was like, oh no, it didn't happen. What did I do wrong? And I didn't have one of those last year. But it's still a good movie, so I don't think it hangs.
So you don't think it hangs? Okay.
It's just, it was heartbreaking for me.
Okay. Oppenheimer. That stays on the list, right?
Some would say the winner of the Academy Award for Best Picture of 2023.
It says Oppenheimer.
That is true.
I see Oppenheimer.
No, and I agree with you on this.
Stop having him present things. Or keep doing it. I don't care. Have him present all of them.
That was amazing.
It was really funny.
It was something. It was very much a moment I was like, why do I watch this? Why do I care?
I like how that happened like shortly after. I was like, this actually wasn't that bad of a show this year. This was pretty solid. And like, Oppenheimer.
What happened?
It was like, I guess, okay.
Oh, yeah. Woo.
But yeah, I was disappointed in Oppenheimer. Yeah. I wanted to believe that like I would
grow on it,
or like even like when I watched it, it would be like, oh, this is a cool. Because every once in a while, a historical type of thing is just filmed, and like the story is filmed a certain way, and the story is presented a certain way, and the acting and the people in it and the direction, the score all like come together perfectly. This is all gonna come back when I talk about my best old movies thing later on, but it all comes together and it's like, this is very good and I really like this, and I feel like all the pieces are there. You know, Christopher Nolan, great. Cillian, mwah, chef's kiss. You can cut a cold, you can cut a nice,
Go on.
you can cut what do you cut, a steak? You can cut a steak off.
Yeah.
You can cut a steak off his jawline. Listen, I'm not good at it.
Could cut diamonds is usually what people go for.
No,
when they're talking
I'm
about
gonna
the
say-
sharpness of someone's bone structure.
Listen,
He who could cut a steak with that man's
try to
face.
cut a steak with my limp ass jawline. You couldn't do it. His jawline clean,
like butter.
like butter. You can believe that his jawline could cut steak.
Wow.
Anyways, I wanted to believe in this. I feel like a lot of film people in general like really love this.
Mhm.
Like before, like it became like the winner of a bunch of like Oscar like awards, but it was just became this thing where like everyone's passionate about it,
Yeah.
and I just was like, Barbie's a better movie though. It
I
is.
mean, that is true, but it's
Yeah.
also like, it's always weird whenever you're just like,
I don't get it.
just on the outside of the vast majority of people being like, this is a masterpiece. And I'm like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah. And I'm glad. I mean, hey, it's
No,
weird. It is a 3-hour adult drama
That made $1 billion.
that made
somehow.
$1 billion. Great. That's fantastic. I hope that means good things, but I wish I liked it more. I've seen it twice, and I'm like, yeah, I liked it a little bit more the second time, but I was still, yeah, it's all right.
Every time I think about
I don't think it's in
rewatching-
IMAX. I don't think visually, like, I think it's, I don't know, man. There is an explosion, but it's like, it is a moment. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think that it has these. It's not. Again, I don't love Dune 2, Dune Part 2, but that's a
That's
fucking
an IMAX.
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Sitting in a courtroom.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily an IMAX experience.
Watching a man get grinded. That's a more awkward experience, if anything, when you're really scrunched together with people.
Watching the Outwaters in IMAX.
Oh
would be
my God.
amazing.
With that same group of people, the same small group of people, but like really spread out in the IMAX. Oh, that's great. You really hear the like, I can't fucking see anything. My penis.
Ouch, my dick.
Why am I doing this? No one can
I
say.
don't know.
I'm
So-
sick and twisted.
So Oppenheimer stays for now.
Yeah. There's 2 animes on here: Suzume and the Boy and the Heron.
It's anime.
It's
plural.
Anime. There's 2 animes here. Suzume, I feel like the biggest. This is tough because like that guy, you know, Weathering with You, Your Name, both visually very cool. Story wise, Your Name very good. Weathering with You, less so. I was hoping more that Suzume would have like kind of the best of both, but it ended up just not doing much for me. And I know you were even bigger on this.
Yeah, I was really disappointed. I don't even know disappointed. I was just like, this is it, man.
This is all you got.
This is all you got, man.
Yeah. The
Come-
chair talks. There's a big.
That's the
worm.
best part. The
With some
fucking
doors.
worm at the goddamn gate. I do not understand.
It's big and crazy, and I feel like I should like it, but I feel like the movie doesn't do enough to like get me into that. Like, you see, like this big worm's gonna destroy Tokyo. Hell yeah! But then it's like, oh, okay.
I think it does. It feels like a parody of what a big anime motion picture can be. Like, it just, everything is grand and big, and emotions are big and grand. Why? Is there weight behind it? No. It's like, it just feels like I don't understand. Like, how could you all be so gaga over this? Same thing with Belle. People fucking love Belle. I'm like, I don't understand.
I have no idea what people saw in Belle.
I probably felt like Carrie when they played that fucking Demon Hunter goddamn trailer.
I
I was like, what is going
They
on?
showed, like, it was like a fucking announcement, like, breaking news.
Listen, Carrie, I've seen that show. I feel like I was equally as confused, because that was a bizarre trailer.
I was like, I'm in the wrong theater.
Exactly.
What was that before again? It was
God.
Madam Web?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was, because I remember thinking, like, oh, this is not for me, because they played, like, that, and they played the Monkey movie trailer, and they played, like, Twisters,
right.
and I'm like, oh, boy, this is gonna be...
a great year, isn't it?
So point being that that feeling of confusion is how I feel when people are like, Suzume is incredible. Like, what? Which makes me feel worse about Your Name. And like, maybe I was wrong. Maybe my first opinion on Your Name was right the whole long, and you're all fucking hyping it up for nothing. But I love that movie. I think it's fucking wonderful. But the way people talk about this movie is the way I feel about Your Name. I'm like, what are you people on? Anyways, so that's why I'm disappointed with Suzume. I wish I didn't feel this way. And I wish he come back from Weathering with You, like, I'm going to do something different. And I'm going to, bam, I'm going to change it up. And
But no, I'm just getting boring.
Yeah, worm.
And then
gate.
my biggest disappointment with Born the Heron, I like this movie a lot. But it feel for like the weight that it was for another Miyazaki movie, it felt like a retread of Spirited Away, which is my favorite of his movies. And even then, it just didn't hit me the same. Like, I don't know, like, because when I think of like Spirited Away, like I watched that as a kid, obviously, and I just very much related to, you know, Chihiro, the character, and there's a lot about like her that really represents like what a kid goes through during that point in their life. And I feel like with this kid, it's harder to like get a read on him and like understand and sympathize with what he's going through. And like what he's going through is World War II.
Yeah.
And you know, that is rough. And I understand that, and that makes me feel bad being like this. But like it's
abstract.
It's a lot more abstract what he's going through, and it's harder to connect with him and understand like the insanity of what's going on here. Especially because like it kind of takes a while to get into like the weirdness. There's just like, oh, there's this also really awful heron that just screams at people. It's like, oh, all right, I'm gonna kill him. It's like, okay, that's kind of a stretch because he's just like a bird, but okay.
He's such a dickhead, though.
Yeah, but he's voiced by Robert Pattinson.
I love him.
He is great.
I do agree that the emotional anchor is confusing.
Mm.
Like, for me, I was also like, it's like a Miyazaki movie usually has a fantastical thing and a more normal banal thing that are like the key things. So like in My Neighbor Totoro, like the mom is dying of cancer and stuff. Like, we're not dying, but she's sick. She's sick, and we're moving to the countryside, so it's the thing of like something scary happening with your family, and also you're moving to a completely different new place. And also there's a cat bus, right? There's a normal everyday stuff and then a fantastical thing. And there is war, but it's sort of in the backdrop, and the dad works on warplanes, but it's not really a thing that we harp on. Mm-hmm. And the kids at his school don't like him, and he fucking gives himself a nasty-ass concussion with a rock.
And I think the biggest thing it's trying to do is like, because he's like, doesn't like his new stepmom, which like that is weird because like it's his mom's sister, and that's confusing.
Yeah.
But like, okay, it's just not there. I like this movie a lot, but I feel like it could have been something that I just really connected with, and I just
did not. It's fine. Carrie, do you have anything to say about this? We've been talking a lot about it.
I mean, honestly, no. I was expecting, I'll be honest, my main expectation for this movie was a hilarious Robert Pattinson performance, and that is what I got. So I wasn't super invested in the rest of it, to be totally honest. I like all the Miyazaki movies I've seen, so it's not like I was coming in as my anime hating self. Sure. But it didn't really do much for me, but I also wasn't super emotionally like, I need this movie to be good.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like I just expected it to be something
great.
Else. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah. So it could stay for now, I guess. Mm-hmm. VHS 85, that's the only one we haven't talked about. It's not the worst VHS.
No. It is disappointing, though.
It is a great setup. It is a great decade.
Yes.
And the content you get out of it, the movies, the short films you get out of it some are interesting. There's the Spanish one with the earthquake. That one was cool.
Good.
Then you have the VR workout thing, which is
One of the worst things I've ever seen.
and the connecting one is it's cool.
I
You
like
liked
that
it a
one,
lot.
yeah.
I thought it was the David Bruckner one.
Mhm.
It's but it's not a slam dunk, and I think
No.
that's what makes it disappointing. That it feels like this was an opportunity to be like, whoosh, slam dunk,
Right.
and it's not.
And especially with the names attached to it,
Yes.
with David Bruckner and Scott Derrickson,
Yes.
who I'm not a big Sinister person, but also
That's like a name scary director.
yeah,
You can put in a movie trailer a movie by Scott Derrickson.
Yeah.
People be like, oh.
What else did he do? Did I like any of his?
Did he
movies?
even work? Did he work on any of the original VHS stuff? I wonder. Because
Maybe.
Night House Man
Right.
definitely did. David Bruckner
Yeah,
definitely worked on this
He
stuff.
did the Siren one.
So it was sort of him coming back a little bit, which made it exciting. But yeah.
Oh yeah, Scott Derrickson did the Black Phone. I like that movie.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah. But anyways, that's why it's disappointing. I think I just said that. I don't know, but I don't know if everyone else agrees. But
Yeah, I think there's stuff I was more disappointed by than it, just because I liked VHS 94 the most of this new one.
that's the Ratma one.
yeah,
right?
Ratma one,
Mhm.
yeah. And then 99, after 99, I was just like, I don't have as much faith in this next 80s one.
Mhm.
And then it came out and I was like, okay, I'm done with this year stuff. I want more VHS movies, but time them to years. I'm done with that. Let's just have some total free reign directors make a weird thing and just put them together, call it a movie. That's all I want.
I'll keep watching it until you make another VHS viral.
Yeah,
At that point, I'll be like,
I'm done.
I
I'm
still
done.
haven't seen that one, so
it's not good.
I kind of want to rewatch it after all this time.
Someone
hating
should
it.
make a VHS movie about VHS viral about this fucking bad movie. Yeah. Anyways, so what do we cut, man?
I think we can cut 85.
Yeah. Okay. I'll let you cut it.
Okay.
So that leaves us with Aquaman, Oppenheimer, Suzume, the Outwaters, and the Boy. So that's 5, right?
That's 5. Man.
We can cut Suzume.
I think that's the one I was less disappointed by, just because I don't know, the trailers of it just did not sell me
Yeah,
as
I
much
was like,
as
man,
Weather
what are
and
we
the Few
doing?
did. And the Boy and the Heron was just of the animes, as we call them. I just felt more hyped up for Boy and the Heron. You know what? I like Boy and the Heron still. I don't know if that's
hot take.
So I think we can cut. I mean, y'all were genuinely disappointed by the Outwaters, right?
Yeah.
I liked it more than Ryan. But
Yeah.
it was silly.
I was very disappointed. I just was expecting something more like authentically presented and disturbing in a Blair Witch style, and it was not that. And I just felt like I was lied to by a lot of people. So that is why that is my personal most disappointed movie. of
And
the
I'll be
year.
honest, I went in with the Boy and the Heron knowing I didn't have expectations for it because nothing I saw was again other than Robert Pattinson. That was the only thing that was really nothing about what I was seeing was really blowing me away. So we can cut the Boy and the Heron in our top 3 are Aquaman, Oppenheimer, and the Outwaters. I'll cut this damn boy. The winner.
I feel like with this group, I'm gonna say it. The winner's probably Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, right?
I didn't see it. So.
Oh,
You still haven't seen it.
No.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh.
That might be why it wins.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we all love
I was so
Aquaman.
excited, and I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah. Man, that sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks that it's probably the winner now. Is that fair to say?
I think it is.
I don't
I
want to
think
make
it-
the
No,
rule.
for sure.
It's really sad. Like I'm still bummed. Like I don't hate it. I'm just like, man.
We had the perfect team. We had the perfect team to make this work, and it didn't work.
Remember when they just in a line say that Willem Dafoe's like character was like, oh yeah, he died. Just the line, just throw it out there. And it's
he died of oldness.
Remember all the times where he's like, I'm just really struggling with being a parent and being the king of Atlantis. And he has this conversation with his dad and not his wife, who's experienced the exact same things. And like, I understand they wanted to cut around Amber Heard, but like, it was to the detriment of the themes and the ideas that's going into this movie.
And also, his mom is like part of the Atlantean Council, right?
Yeah, he could also talk to her.
Talk to your mom!
Yeah.
It's dumb.
So many interesting takes here.
So yeah, most disappointing. I can't believe it. Even knowing that we were walking into something that was going to be disappointing, I still believed. And, you know.
There'd be something. There had to be. I believe there would be a thing that, like, this movie blowed, but it had this fun thing.
But it's not even catastrophically bad. It's just like, man.
What the hell, guys?
Come on.
This is of the quality of how the original Aquaman should have been. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because that movie had no right to be as good, and this is how we probably expected it to be. This level of quality.
So yeah, every time I see it mentioned, like I sometimes see it across on my timeline, I'm like, man, that's sad. Anyways, the next category, and I am going to be legit straight with you, audience. I am terrified of the number of stuff on this list. And this list always looks terrifying because it's usually a sentence to describe a moment. But the category is standout moment. So this is our favorite moments in a movie this year, or in 2023. And what are our top 3? So holy shit, here we go. I have my water. No, it's gone. Audience, you would know, but I spilled water all over the red carpet, and now
catastrophe struck our studio today.
Jason Derulo has slipped on George's water spill on there. Anyways, all right. The opening of Asteroid City / meeting the cast / last train to San Fernando in Asteroid City. So essentially the opening section there. The weird Jeffrey Wright speech in Asteroid City, which is when Jeffrey Wright gives a speech with like, I was a boy, and blah, 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 blah. And then like the microphone keeps moving in front of him, and the kid from the Grand Budapest keeps moving like, next scene, I was a blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, Alien appears in Asteroid City. Pretty self-explanatory. The breakup Skype call in Past Lives. Bar scene and saying goodbye in Past Lives. The ending in Killers of the Flower Moon from Killers of the Flower Moon. Anytime Willem burps in Poor Things. Mom confrontation in Eileen. Let me just get one last look at my son, The Last Voyage to the Demeter. Okay. The ending in Skinamarink. Members of the Bus in Infinity Pool. Clones switcheroo in Infinity Pool. The opening in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, from title cards to how Gwen's Peter died. How Elizabeth Barry becomes Gracie in May-December. John Wick falls down the stairs for 10 minutes straight in John Wick 4. I have not seen this movie, but I've seen that scene, and it's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. Again, I told you, I can imagine you would...
Me and Greta losing our minds.
It's pretty funny. It's not hyperbole. He fell down those stairs for 10 minutes straight.
The big argument, Anatomy of a Fall. I'm a Vampire in Saltburn. Slurp in Saltburn. Murder on the Dance Floor in Saltburn. First visit from Mom in Talk to Me. Ending sting of Talk to Me. Karaoke scene in The Five Devils, plus reincorporation of Total Eclipse later in the movie. The Trinity test in Oppenheimer. Oppie swag / You're Not a Soldier in Oppenheimer. Ernest meets his uncle in Killers of the Flower Moon. Anytime Robert and Leo scheme in that Robbie Robertson score comes in, and I don't know, Killers of the Flower Moon. So essentially anytime people are talking serious shit and the Robbie Robertson score comes in Killers of the Flower Moon. I was sent from Washington, D.C. to see about these murders in Killers of the Flower Moon. Always Be My Baby in Beau is Afraid, which is the Mariah Carey song. Cock Monster in Beau is Afraid. The first 1/3 of Beau is Afraid. The second third of Beau is Afraid. The third third of Beau is Afraid. Cheese Grater in Evil Dead Rise. I'm from Waterloo, where the vampires hang out in Blackberry. The end credits in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I'm Just Ken in Barbie. Nathan Lane questioning his life choices in the blooper reel of Dicks. Of Ducks the Musical.
Anytime I type on my stupid goddamn phone, it's like, you wouldn't be saying dicks.
Do you know me?
You say ducks all the time. You never say dick
Ducks
or
the
fuck.
Musical.
Pardon me?
Rocket's transformation in Guardians Volume 3. Atomic breath scene in Godzilla -1. The movie just fucking ending in Skinamarink. Titanium in M3gan. Welcome Matt Bit in Renfield. I don't remember this at all.
Bro, what the fuck?
welcome Matt bit.
Oh, the welcome Matt Bit. Okay.
Not welcome Matt.
I was so confused. Why was it all proper nouns? Anyways. Willy Wonka milks a giraffe while it's trying to find something that rhymes with noodle in Wonka. Hearing Patrick Wilson belting out those notes over the credits of Insidious the Red Door.
A lot of strong moments this year.
Oh boy.
Oh, man.
We need to just start cutting the bits. I'm gonna cut the
What
rock.
do you mean?
There's too much. There's too much here.
I liked and did notice at first Carrie's bit of the first 1/3 of Beau is
someone
Afraid, the
else put the
second.
first third of Beau is Afraid, and I was reading the list, and I was like, well, we might as well have the other part.
I'm gonna cut anytime Robbie Robertson's score comes in Flowers, the Colors of the Flower Moon. That's just me shouting out that Colors of the Flower Moon has an incredible soundtrack, and we don't have a category to talk about soundtracks, so that's that.
I have a question.
Yes.
There's the item, the ending in Skinamarink, and also the movie just fucking ending
Yeah.
in Skinamarink.
I
Is
think-
that the same thing?
I think that was two of us putting the same thing twice by accident.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
'cause
Because
I
there's
remember-
a lot of variety throughout the runtime of Skinamarink, so I don't want
Because I remember putting the movie just fucking ending
Right.
in Skinamarink.
I thought it was awesome. I love the ending of Skinamarink.
It's pretty good. I'll delete...
But we can cut both. It's
Well,
not gonna.
I mean, we don't have to. I was just...
I just don't
doing
think it's
that
gonna
as
make
an
it. It's not gonna
editing-
make
No,
it.
we can cut both.
Editing question.
But the ending,
I cut the
is
first one.
the ending and the face left over hanging there.
Very
Perfect.
good, yeah.
That's how you end that. Love it.
And the cool,
Again,
the cool creepy phone.
Nightmares. Keep it up at night. Again, if you're watching it, again, no expectations. You just turn this on. It is 11 p.m. and you finish this at 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Bam.
It's over.
Yeah,
Done.
I gotta
Go to
try,
bed.
I gotta try Skinamarink again. There's too much stuff that I like in it for me to just be like such a jerk about it.
Elizabeth Barry Becomes Gracie is the one scene in May December where she's just starts talking like this and whatever.
Are you scared?
Are you scared? It's okay to be scared. That is an incredible moment from
Waterloo where the vampires hang out.
That's an incredible moment from a movie that's just getting completely just like
forgotten.
ignored.
forgotten. It's so fucking good. And I learned apparently that the writer for that also wrote Coyote versus Acme versus Coyote. Is that what it's called?
It's one or the other.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that sucks. But yeah, that movie's fantastic. And yeah, fuck off. That movie's great. Check out May December, Netflix. What else can I just throw it out here? Oh my god.
I'm trying to find one of my joke ones.
Okay, the rocket transformation in Guardians Volume 3 is very good, but it's not completely it's not clean because there's the moment where he's a little baby raccoon boy, and then they throw him in the thing, and he's all like, hurts. That's pretty much the moment I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ,
Oh,
man.
I see.
But
yeah.
that's just like a small moment, and then we have like introductions of the characters.
Mhm.
It's not super strong, but it was a moment that's.
It's not something you would expect in
Yeah.
a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Just the pure animal torture sadness.
Yes. So we can cut that.
She's greater in Evil Dead Rise. Great.
It's an
Upsetting.
incredible moment.
It's a very iconic moment.
It's an iconic
It's the
moment.
kind of moment when I go to a Evil Dead movie in a movie theater, it's what I want.
You
That's
want
what I
that,
want.
yeah.
I want for the whole room to just be like,
Yeah, for sure.
That is what you want. But I'm just saying, does this hang?
It might.
It might, honestly. Keep it there.
There's stuff I'd rather cut than that.
Okay, let's go through some of the stuff that has multiples.
Okay, let's start with Beau is Afraid, I
Yeah.
guess.
So both of her, we have Always Be My Baby, Cockbuster, the first third, the second third, and the third third.
Yeah.
Always Be My Baby's
Carrie,
very good.
as the Beau is Afraid stand, what would you say is like the encompassing
Oh, man.
cock?
That's
of
tough
the
for a
film?
movie that's 3 movies.
Yeah,
That's
well, I
true.
mean, to be completely honest, if I wanted to go with the original formatting, but I would have done it in fourths, because it is truly 4 quadrants of the
Mhm.
film, and I think they're all perfect. So it is a little hard for me to think about what is the defining moment, because we have the anxiety-fueled him in his apartment at the beginning, which is fantastic, and then we have the second act where he's at Nathan Lane's house and the family's insane. Then we have the third part where he's at the fucking camp with the weirdos.
You're right, it is 4. Yeah.
Stop motion, and he goes through his whole life, and then comes back, and he's an old man, and then we finally arrive at his mom's house, and we have all of the debilitating insanity that happens there. So, of those, I think I don't know, I think the most accessible would be the first 2. My favorite would be the last one, or the second one. I don't know, let me ask the audience, what do you guys think?
It's tough because it's mostly
Well, Carl Urban's given us a big thumbs up and smile. You can barely tell through his dread mask, but he is a huge fan of this movie, clearly.
Thank you, Carl.
We're so sorry we couldn't give you a mic. That's honestly my mistake. I forgot to order it.
I think this is... Oh my god, I'm breaking the podcast. That was Ray Wise, who played Leland Palmer.
Yeah. I have heard from multiple people, because I watched a movie with him in it, and my friend was like, oh yeah, you gotta watch him in God's Not Dead too. He gives a hell of a
So as usual, we watch a bunch of trailers on a TV screen while we record this podcast, and God's Not Dead 2, and I guess Ray Wise is in it.
Yup.
Anyway.
I've heard he's in a lot of weird Christian stuff.
I'm sure he is.
Which is fascinating from Leland Palmer from Twin Peaks. My God.
Him and...
I rewatched that show recently. I should not have made that mistake.
Oops.
So back to Beau is Afraid. It's hard to give it a singular moment.
So should we cut all of them?
I think we cut all of them.
I think we can cut that. What the fuck? You guys suck. I think we can cut at least all of the ones that are just
the
swaths of the film. Like general
yeah. That's
of the
fair.
Film.
That's
That's
just
not
nonsense.
really a moment. I just went
if
with
you can cut that.
I just went with
that's just
the
nonsense.
That out of
bit.
there.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it's like it's a lie you're gonna have to cut.
Well, we're cutting them all anyways.
I think that's it, right?
There's Still Always Be My Baby and Beau is Afraid.
Those
which is a hilarious moment.
It's so good.
Holy hell.
It's so good.
Well, because another part of this film that was surprising is because you see all the fucking press stuff, and it's like, why the fuck is Mariah Carey at all of these goddamn events? And then you watch the movie and you're like, oh my lord.
It's pretty phenomenal.
Hilarious.
I'm going to cut this moment, even though it is one of my favorite. No, actually, I'm not gonna do that. Maybe it'll make it. I don't think it will. So never mind. Don't worry.
What's the moment so I can cut it?
Oh, I was gonna talk the opening in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse from Tidal.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's incredible.
That's amazing.
It's incredible because you just listen to the soundtrack, and it's again. I hate that it's a Marvel movie, but it is just this big dick energy of this movie where it's like you are watching an event. So it is from the Columbia credits to Pascal Pictures to in association with Marvel to Lord and Miller. The music is building. It's building. It's building. It's building. It's building. Bah! Comics code. Silence. Let's do this again. Drums. Bum 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 bum. We do the drum thing. We do the drum thing. Break. You have a little bit like I thought I played with a band not to talk to relationships, whatever the hell. It's like bye. And then she tells us about her Peter, and that great Metro Boomin song starts playing, the self-love song where we hear about her Peter, and then there's also more. But that moment, it's like, fucking hell, this is a fucking movie. It's so goddamn good.
It's so good, and it's just so visual and wonderful, and then, my God.
Just everything from the art, from the pacing, from the script, to the goddamn score, to the goddamn Pascal Pictures fucking logo, all building that excitement that this movie knows, like, we are the fucking shit. But we can cut it, is what I'm gonna say.
No.
Okay.
You saying that, and I don't want to cut it.
I love it so much.
It's very good.
I've done laps around this place just listening to that opening credits. It's so goddamn good. But anyways, Ernest Meets His Uncle is a very specific moment in Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm gonna cut it. So that's essentially when again Ernest, where Leonardo DiCaprio's character finally meets Robert De Niro's character, and they have that like, do you like red women and do you like money, all that stuff, where it's all like, there's just something
I do. I really do.
Blue,
Yeah.
yellow, I like them all.
Yes, sir.
There's no Leo.
There's just something about that moment, just these fucking pieces of shit that I love. Like these fucking scumbag motherfuckers, and they're just in their bag being assholes. And I loved that. I loved looking at it as characters I'm supposed to hate. But we can just cut it because I just thought that was really well done piece in that movie. So yeah. I was sent from Washington DC to see about these murders is incredible. And I'm so glad that the trailer person recognized that it was incredible. And the perfect thing to break up that trailer.
Here, see about these murders.
So what about
Oh,
no.
But it's not good.
The face of a man who knows he fucked up.
Like again, Jesse Plemons. Again, he's gonna be one of the all-time character actor of his generation. He's just incredible.
One of these days, he is gonna get just sweep an award season.
I hope. Yeah. The characters actors, it always takes forever.
Yeah,
like they're like J.K. Simmons in Whiplash or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
His day is coming though, and it's good. Jesse Plemons' nation is gonna rise up. Trinity Test is.
Oh, I didn't cut Rocket's transformation, but yeah, go talk about the Trinity Test.
Trinity Test is very good. The build up to it is pretty much the entire movie.
That's true.
It's visual and crazy and wild, and you feel a lot of the weight from the moment. Because it kind of feels like a weight is lifted from the shoulder of the characters, but then this new impossible weight is put upon it. The fallout of it.
Well,
and that's very cool. I'm just not passionate about the movie for it to stay.
Yeah, it's the cornerstone of the movie, and also I dislike the movie a lot more after that part because I don't care about Robert Oppenheimer. I'm sorry, I really don't.
Bobby.
I don't care. So, but yeah, I agree. I don't care unless you want to defend this.
No, I'm good.
I like seeing Betty Safdie in his weird goggles with his fucking sunscreen
on, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to how sweaty Betty Safdie is in that fucking movie. I love that.
Love that for him.
Mm-hmm. Until someone makes a bigger bomb. Love that as a meme also.
I cannot edit anymore, so someone else needs to do this for me.
Well, then I'm putting all the Beau is Afraid moments back.
Fuck!
Anytime Willem burps is a bit in Poor Things, but it's a fantastic. The first time it happens, it's so goddamn good. It's so fun. But yeah, that's mostly a bit. It's just wonderful. I love that. Love that for him.
Titanium in Mithrigan.
Man, I forgot about that. And then I was in the dock yesterday, and I was thinking about what were moments, and that came. And I
was crazy.
That's a moment where it felt like time stopped for a minute.
Yes, 100%. Like this was the chosen one. Again, it's just fucking me being like, he's the Messiah. Like this is it. This is the movie. This is the movie.
That said, I don't know if it sticks.
Yeah,
but it is shocking.
And I wish M3 was a better movie. It's still a fucking awesome, fun movie. I wish it was better, but I mean, she does fucking run around like a goddamn dog and beat the shit out of that kid. She does do that dance. She doesn't do that dance a lot though, you know? It's just sad. So we'll see how M3 does eventually, but we can cut that. Is someone cutting it just so I know? So
I have cut it, don't worry.
Great. Asteroid City, there's a lot of moments on here. I'm going to maybe all three of them go. But let's go with the opposite. I feel the same way about kind of the Spider-Man moment that I feel about the opening of Asteroid City, which is a lot of people don't like Asteroid City because it feels like Wes Anderson doing the tricks. He's bringing back the bag of tricks. But I fucking love the tricks, man. It just feels so good. Again, you are sitting down to watch a Wes Anderson movie. Here is opening black and white stage. Bryan Cranston, let me tell you about the players. Let me tell you about these guys, okay? And like where they are in the role and the playmaker and all this. And like then it starts Act 1. It goes on to the long credit scroll. Look at the beautiful sets. Look at this fun song. Like I love that shit so much. It's awesome. But yeah, I don't know what our top 3 are at all. But I think like just having an opening section of a movie is not going to make it. even the Spider-Man one, if I'm being honest with you. I feel very passionate about it, but...
Ooh, I don't know, though.
But yeah, I'm going to cut the Asteroid City bit.
I feel like we should probably work on some of the bit ones. The Welcome Matt bit is very good. It's my favorite joke in that movie.
Yeah.
It probably should not be on the list, but I want to shout out the best joke in that movie. You'll know it when you see it.
Standout moment. This is not even that. Shout out. Y'all are too mean to Renfield. What is wrong with you people?
Yeah,
get
for
it.
real.
What is wrong with you people? Have fun. Come on, man. That's a fun movie. It's got fucking Sonic the Hedgehog out of nowhere. He's in that movie. What the hell was that?
Oh,
Not
yeah.
not marketed at all. Carrie, what's a moment, again, instead of cutting stuff, what's a moment you think you feel strongly about on this list?
Let's see. Well, the Beau is Afraid ones are gone, so...
Well, we can bring it back. Was there one that you actually feel super strongly about?
Nah, that's okay.
Okay. I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna. It's. Yeah, maybe it makes it. It's pretty good.
My immediate answer is no. I really like the karaoke scene and the reincorporation of Total Eclipse of the Heart in The Five Devils. That was a very emotional thing. I don't know if I can get into it without really spoiling it, but...
I mean, if you feel strong about it, you could just spoil it for me. I'll still want to watch this movie, but I wasn't able to watch this clip you put on here. So what's the movie again about, first of all?
The movie is about a girl, and she has a daughter and her husband, and the daughter has this obsession with scents, and she makes these little potions. She does, like, her mom is a swimmer, so she'll take, like, her mom's sunscreen and put it in a jar mixed with other stuff and label it mom, and she'll just smell it and she'll just be happy with that, or she'll just make concoctions in the backyard. But then as the movie progresses, we get this idea that there's some history with the husband's sister who is coming to stay with them, and we get presented with there's some tension between the sister and our two main people, and the sister and the town at large. So then a lot of this movie is flashbacks, because when the daughter mixes the potions that are really strong and that have to do with the sister, she has a phenomenon where she kind of goes back in time and sees their memories, and she watches them play out. And so we find out that there is a romantic history between the mom and her husband's sister in the past. And so the karaoke scene is when they start singing Total Eclipse of the Heart together, and you get the first inkling of, oh, she's still in love with the sister. But there's a big event in the past that made them estranged from each other, and then she wound up marrying the sister's brother. And
that sounds pretty good.
It's an amazing movie.
Good.
It's so good. I love that movie.
That
so
sounds
much.
really good.
Literally, no one talks about that movie.
It got really.
I feel very on an island with that movie. If you're interested in it, I won't spoil the reincorporation, because the reincorporation really hit me like a fucking truck, and it was great. I loved it.
Okay,
but
that sounds pretty good then.
It's a good movie.
I like Total Eclipse of the Heart in any point also. So hey, all right. Cool. So let's just keep that there still. I Am From Waterloo, Where the Vampires Hang Out is fantastic.
Yeah. So it should stay?
It's just a incredible, the peak of an incredible performance.
Yes. One of the most slept on performances of the
year. Yes,
for sure.
He's
just
so
unhinged, and that is him absolutely fed up and done with it, and he says an insane thing, and it's incredible. My God, it's
so good. This is another one where, like, I don't think the Spider-Man moments are gonna. So the end credits of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So this is both credits. It's the fancy one, and then just the credits. for me, and again, watching that in a movie and being like, I did not like the narrative in that movie, but I thought that was visually unbelievable. And it is awesome to just sit. It was very much a credit scene that appreciated the people that made this movie. That like the most legible, clear, like vibey credits. And I felt very good. Like, after I enjoyed this movie, and I was like, I don't know how the fuck they made it. Just being to actually wash over, like, look at all these human beings that made this movie. And I love that. And I watch the credits all the way through every time because it just feels like a whole package of, like, this thing was made by people who cared maybe too much and fucking killed themselves probably to deliver this movie. Do I care about the narrative that much? It's kind of a Marvel movie. But
was my issue with
that's why I was like, Carrie's not gonna like this.
I gave it 4 stars, and it's
but you kind of like feels like
it's immaculate, but I don't give
right.
a fuck.
It feels like you kind of have to because like, well, I'm not.
Like, I don't want to be a hater because I know you guys really like this movie, but it felt very much like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I was like,
I don't get
Spider-Man that much.
I think the first one is way stronger as a whole movie just because like the narrative, the character art, the arcs the characters go through, the fun Spider-Man stuff, and the visuals. And I think it's there is a sort of themes that anybody can relate to in terms of like, oh, parents don't understand a little bit. But the arc in the first movie I think is a lot stronger. But neither here nor there. I'm just gonna cut the ending, cut the credits, because that's just the thing I wanted to shout out. So that's I'm just cutting that. I'll do it. I'll get in here. Get in this goddamn mess of words.
We have 3 Saltburn moments.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask the Saltburn fans who are not me,
tough,
which of
bro.
them they feel encompasses. Because I just always feel weird having, when we get the list trimmed down, having more than one thing from a film.
I'm gonna say it.
So we have.
Go ahead.
So we have I'm a Vampire, Slurp, and Murder on the Dance Floor.
I think the Slurp was a little overhyped.
Thank
Yes.
you. I completely agree.
I think I'm a Vampire is wilder.
I think
Iconic.
Okay.
I think it's iconic.
Absolutely, George. Thank you. Okay, no, see, because I was getting a lot of weird tweets about this movie because I engage with a lot of Saltburn content. So then I was getting a lot of the hater tweets and people being like, "This movie is just homophobic," and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" They're like, "We're supposed to be shocked that he loves him so much." It's like, oh my fucking god! Like, so people got way too galaxy brained about this movie, but I think the Slurp is overhyped because it's weird and it's insane that he really just like gets in the drain. Like,
it is a lot. It is a lot.
It is a standout moment.
But the reason that moment I think jarred a lot of people because they're like, well, I mean, you know, he's just a man who loves another man. Why is it so shocking? It's like, up until this point, we've believed this man to be like a little dweeb.
Yeah.
Now he's a freak ass doing this. But so the Slurp is hilarious, but I don't think it's the most like moment of that movie.
Yeah,
by far.
I think this is a movie with fucking moments.
Yeah.
I love I'm a Vampire, but the reason he does that in order to, I mean, let's just say he's trying to cut these people, he's trying to axe these people off.
Right, yeah.
Like, that relationship doesn't really get explored too much, and so, like, it is an incredible moment. It is iconic.
Great. It's so good.
And then when he cleans his face up, it's amazing. It's
In the
amazing.
bathtub again.
It's amazing. But it's not a moment. I don't know. I feel like if I was to choose a encompassing moment, I think it's Murder on the Dance Floor.
Yeah, I think I agree.
I think so.
But I think that
it's the victory lap.
Oh, absolutely. Literally, yeah. It's perfect. It's what we've been building towards. And I think that the I'm a Vampire scene is also just really powerful because, like, you know at a certain point, because you're like, this is the shiftiest motherfucker of all time. He's obviously manipulating all these people. But it's also, if you just put yourself in Venetia's, like, state, she's just, we know her character to, like, have struggled with eating disorders, and we know that she's just, like, throwing herself at all these dudes that come to Saltburn because she's just unhappy with herself. And in that moment, he's so good at manipulating her. He's like, all I need to do is just fully accept her, every part of her, and just be like, no, that's not a fucking problem. I'm a fucking vampire. It's great. I love that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's so, like, if he was manipulating her, that would be the most romantic thing I've ever seen.
Come on.
If he is sincere, yes. And not just not being manipulative. That's not, yeah. But yeah, I agree. I think Murder on the Dance Floor stays. If we were going to cut, the other two, yeah. I think the
a lot of good moments.
That's over.
I will be honest, though. The only moment in that movie that made me, like, go, ooh, is when he's having breakfast and he just sits down. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll have a breakfast. And they're like, yeah, it's right over there. Get it yourself. And he's like, oh geez, sorry. And then he gets his eggs and he's like, oh, the eggs are runny. That part stresses me out. Where he tells the waiter, like, oh, these eggs are really bad. And I'm like, no.
And again, I like A.O. DeBerry's tweet, like, all right, so you're doing all this, but you can't eat your eggs running. Did you cut those, Ryan?
I cut them, yeah.
So where this list is getting more manageable.
A little bit more.
I know I've got some bits on here. Let me get my bits. I was gonna say that Nathan Lane in the blooper reel is a bit, but that's also genuinely one of the best. The best thing.
It is very funny.
It's so funny.
Just an actor being fully, what am I doing?
Yeah, it's probably not viable because it's not technically part of the film. Much like our other end credits bit here that I added.
Yeah.
But that was just so magical because I love blooper reels and I love Nathan Lane. I love him so much, and just seeing behind the curtain of him being like, because you just have sat through this entire absurd movie with these wonderful people, and you're just like, they must be having a great time. You see Nathan Lane be like, what is going on? What? This is the book. Oh, he has such a great line in it. I just watched it. I don't remember exactly what he said. He's like, of my embarrassments in the entertainment industry, of which there are legion, this is the worst. As he's spitting chewed ham onto the sewer boy puppets. It's amazing.
You know, when you're an actor who has been in as much of him,
Character actor.
You don't expect to have a moment like that.
No.
Even though he does sign up for a lot of different types of roles.
I love him so much.
I feel like I've just seen a lot more Nathan Lane the last 6 years than I did like a lot of the 2000s. I feel like he disappeared for that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nathan Lane, pretty good.
He's in Only Murders on the Building.
He is definitely that. He is definitely. He is the hummus king.
Yeah.
We love that. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna fuck you, March. Funny show. So yeah, we're cutting that.
We can also cut Patrick Wilson belting on the Ghost song.
It was definitely the
that was amazing.
That was
the cherry on top on why we watched
the more
this movie.
directors need to also sing the ending credit song. That's how you know that they are passionate about the fifth Insidious movie.
I love it.
Crazy.
And we can also briefly shout out, it won't stay, but I just realized we didn't put it on the list, the MRI scan part in that movie. Was very good.
Oh, yes. That is a sincere, incredible moment in that movie. That's so good. And I wish, most of it was.
Let's write it down and then delete it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it would last, but well, I don't know. George really liked that moment. I can add it if you want.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's going to make top 3. But I will say, I think that might be... Let me think of all the best horror moments in this year.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Talk to Me has a lot of has some of the strongest, like, jumps. But that was the most where I was like, fuck yeah. That was awesome.
That's the classic, like, Insidious Conjuring type building of the tension.
100%.
Kind of scare.
100%.
We love that.
So yeah, that was great. But shout out to that moment. Goddamn. Maybe, you know what? Maybe Insidious The Red Door is all right.
Hello, hi, I'm Carrie. I've been here the whole time.
There's that part where that one ghost throws up or whatever the hell, and then
they
never mention it ever again.
He was just a means to an end.
Don't worry about him. Okay. I love that Carrie reminds me that there's a part where Willy Wonka milks a giraffe while going noodle doo. But
bananas. Like, I liked that movie a lot, but I don't find myself thinking about that movie on the whole.
Yeah.
But I think about that moment all the time.
It is a lot.
It's so funny.
I'm gonna cut that, though.
No, yeah.
When we saw the trailers, we did not expect him to go there.
I didn't expect anything to be milked.
And you know what? Going back to best surprise, surprising Wonka. Wonka was one of the most surprising movies of 2023. Because we were like, man, everyone was like, what are we doing? And this is going to be a train wreck. I can't wait.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we were like, that was actually good. That was weird. So yeah. I'm gonna cut Oppie swag. You're not a soldier, but I don't know why the fuck that was there, man. Why'd you do that? This guy still made the atomic bomb. What are you doing?
He had to suit up.
Oh my god.
Best picture, maybe.
I am Robert Oppenheimer.
Bam, bam.
Bam, bam, bam. I'm Just Ken. Great moment. I don't know if it hangs for a top 3, especially because we saw the I'm Just Ken Oscar performance, and that was absolutely incredible.
That was incredible. But there's something magic about it in a movie.
That's
like,
true.
Again, the thing, I know I'm a La La Land hater. I always say that La La Land doesn't have the singing in the rain moments, even though it has big musical moments. I know, but this is what I want. I want something that looks like a classic movie and playing just direct homage to something big soundstage, big dancers. We're just in a Technicolor void to just have this moment, and it's awesome, and it's it. And I love that. So, I don't know. This is one of my favorite moments. I think it's awesome that this movie went for it, personally.
I respect that.
Yeah. It's great. Because, again, there's so many people be like, so why are we doing this moment? This big musical moment in this movie? Like, why are we doing all these sets? They're just wearing the black shirts? Okay. Interesting.
I think I respect that more.
This is the climax of the movie.
Because The Marvels, a movie that I like more than most people, it has a musical-esque sequence, and I think the one problem with it is it does not commit to it fully, because Marvel was like, oh, people aren't ready for this. They don't like musical stuff.
Yeah.
But Barbie's a musical, like, in many ways, and people love it. It's the most successful film of the year, and by committing so much to what it is and what they want it to be, made it so successful.
It's musical in the sense that it has the sets. It has the Technicolor vibe. It has, like, again, it reminds me of stuff. It's like the Red Shoes of what I've seen of it, and Singing in the Rain, which again is I know that's like the one musical I love. Like, it's my North Star for like classic old movie, big budget. Like, I fucking love that movie. So yeah, I don't know. So this moment stays is what I'm saying.
Okay.
You gotta check out the film Babylon, baby.
Oh man, that is true. That is movies.
Oh god. Oh god.
Now that's Singing in the Rain.
Yeah, it is it's literally that movie. You're right.
Hilarious.
I'm gonna be honest. So okay, George wrote down Clone Switcheroo and Infinity Pool, and I can't remember what it was.
I wrote that down.
You wrote it? Okay, I thought I did because I wrote down one.
It's the part where they go on the night of debauchery and we see them in the prison, and then they get drug out and killed, and you realize, oh, they were the clones the whole time. We've been sitting with the clones in this scene, not the real.
And all the real people are laughing and like, ha 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 ha, we did it again.
That is pretty good.
That was.
And he comes back to his hotel room with another urn, and his wife's like, Jesus Christ!
Are you kidding me?
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Good movie. Good movie.
Most spunk in a movie.
Maybe.
No one knows. At least, like, you see it.
Not since High Life.
Oh
no. So is that staying? Do you feel strong about that?
Both have Mia Goth.
That's true.
She is our spunk queen.
Yikes.
I know.
So is that staying for now, or are we cutting it?
We also have another Infinity Pool moment.
Man,
Members of the Bus is better than
fucking
Clone
good.
Switcheroo,
That is
so
true.
we can cut Clone
If
Switcheroo.
there is a bit that's making it all the way to top 5, that is just such a great
Members of the Bus.
Just incredible. So yeah, let's cut the other
Sell
one.
his mother for
Let's see.
We have 2 Asteroid City moments and 2 past live moments.
I don't think any Asteroid City moments are gonna make it, but the alien appears. We have the moment again with the soundtrack. The soundtrack really kicks in. We have the little diorama model of the alien appearing, and it's a fucking freak. He's a little freaky guy. When he's
that's definitely the highlight of that movie.
And he shows up, and then he leaves, and I was like,
wow.
there it is.
Jeff Goldblum does it again.
And then the movie ends again with him coming back and be like, all right, bye. But yeah, we can cut it. I love Asteroid City. I'm a big fan of that film.
It's a good movie. I need to watch that one again.
I love it a lot. Big fan of that. I don't think we need to cut a past lives moment, but I'm going to say that the bar scene and saying goodbye is on this list. Personally, I think that is the moment that it's not just the waiting for the Uber Lyft.
Mm-hmm.
It's the whole bit where they're talking about each other and the husband's there and he's just completely out of the conversation. And then she goes to the bathroom and then they have a bit of a conversation. And it's just like, this is insane for me to believe this would happen it's just so surreal and wild.
My favorite, the ending scene is great, but my favorite moment is when they're talking and he says that I didn't think it would hurt this much to love your husband this much.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
It's like, again, like he said, it would be easier for me to be the bad white guy who and he's like,
this perfect
it'd
story.
be easy for me to be like this fucking white guy doesn't know anything about you. So it's complicated, and that's a movie about like life's fucking weird, man. And that moment is the most like, I don't fucking know what's happening here, but we're here. So that's for me. That's a lock for me.
That is very good. I can see that being in the top 3 for sure.
And the breakup Skype call, it wasn't until the second time I rewatched it where I was just like, man, that's rough for both parties. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, it's easy to feel bad for him because she's the one doing the breakup, but it's clear that it's both like, man, it's again, life is pushing. I need to go this way in order to, and I just have to go. Like, it's just like, this is where life's taking me. And, I don't know. It's not happening. So I don't know if I'll cut it, but, it's a great moment.
But we talked about it.
We did
talk about the moment.
I feel stronger about that, even though the ending in Killers of the Flower Moon is fucking awesome. I don't know. Does anyone else here feel strongly about the ending of Killers of the Flower Moon?
Are we talking about like when Marty comes out on stage? That was really good.
Oh yeah, that is cinema right there. That is cinema right there.
Yeah. Where it's him like just like straight up like coming out and saying like, "Hey, I am painting a version of this story. Mm-hmm. It is not the definitive, like, this is just me, Martin Scorsese's take on this story."
Right.
Like, yeah, like, I do not, like, this is the story of also, like, the people who went through it. This is not my...
I have no authority over what I just told you.
no authority of what I just told you. Exactly. Which is awesome. And in that move of being, it's like, when someone is so polite and so nice, like, wow, what a nice guy. He's so polite and great. And so it's another one's like, man, Marty, you're all right. Even though you wanted me to not give you all the credit, you're pretty good. You're pretty good.
That's a stand-up guy right there.
So, I don't know. Maybe it's top 3. I don't know. The big argument in Anatomy of Fall, I don't think it's top 3. It's great. I love it.
It's very good.
It's very good. But
I
don't think it's going to make it. And this is, of course, where Sandra Hüller and... again, so it's like, we know that before the fall, they had a big argument that, like... The fucking, again, the French court system, don't do a crime in France. Or is it, it's French, right?
I think so.
I forget, because, yes, okay, that's what I thought.
It's complicated.
Don't do a crime there, because you're fucked. and so it's like, yeah, because of this argument you had, like, clearly you fucking did it, whatever the hell. So we finally get to that moment where we see the argument reenacted. And it's just fucking good-ass acting. It's just people fighting. And it's fucking delicious. And just fucking coming at each other. It's just every one of them like, okay, I fucking know right there, stab you, and that's gonna fucking hurt, bitch. Yeah. But I don't know if it will make it. I don't know. It's already gone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. I just gotta talk about stuff. Cheese Grater Evil Dead. We've talked about it. We don't feel strong enough at the movie as a whole to think, I think, warrant this moment making it the top 3.
That's true.
So I'm gonna cut
It's a fantastic moment.
Yeah. So the first visit from Mom and Talk to Me. So this was this is the first time that we see the character, like, she's in bed. I'm pretty sure this is the first time she sees her, or at least like talks to her. She's in bed and she sees her, And we're watching this in a movie theater, and it's the most with like the surround sound of like the voice and like just like it is fucking terrifying. It is so goddamn good. When I think of like moments in that movie, that was one of the moments that stand out to me the most. Other than the part where that kid is fucking destroyed,
Right.
and then our waiter came up to ask if we wanted something else. And I don't know what movie it is we saw recently, but it was another awkward moment, and it was clear that the waiter wanted to come tell us if we wanted.
It was during Imaginary.
Yes.
I saw him standing at the end of
He's
the
like,
line.
I'm gonna
and
wait for. I know.
I don't remember what part of Imaginary it was, but it was clear that we were building towards a
Yeah.
stair, and he was waiting.
He knows
for
it's
the scene
coming.
to be over. Yeah.
And so he was very polite. He's like, I'm gonna wait. And so I thought about that as well. But yeah, I don't know.
There must have been an email that went around. I was like,
So all that to say, does anyone else feel strong about that first visit in Talk to Me?
I like that moment a lot, but that's not one of the strong moments from the film for me, but I respect it.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Okay. I'll cut it then.
Which is just like, I can talk to the ending
Yeah,
part
talk
of
about
Talk
that.
to Me that I added, because that was, because like I already loved the movie and it was fantastic up until this point, but then, because if we know me, which we do, I love ghosts and I love anything ghost related and afterlife related, and it's all very cool and fun. But once our main character has died, we see her kind of wandering through the hospital, and she kind of sees all these dreamlike weird visions, and then she sees a light at the end of the tunnel, and you're like, oh, what's this? And she goes through, and then earlier in the movie we had heard about how there's another one of those hands out in the world somewhere, and then you see her grabbing the hand. She is the ghost that has been called, and I was like, bro, this is the best. I lost my mind.
It is a
That was the
perfect cherry on
best
top.
thing.
It is a cherry
Holy
on top
hell.
to that movie.
God,
That's a great moment.
that floored me.
I forgot about the part that the light is the hand there.
Mhm.
Someone is
Amazing.
bummer movie, man. No, it doesn't work out well for our hero there. That's
Nope.
I hate to see that. Hate to see that. But yeah, that could stay here for a bit. Okay, so we talked about this on the episode where we talked about Eileen, but it is the moment in this movie for me. It is finally where Thomas McKenzie and Anne Hathaway have the mom of the boy who's been arrested for killing his dad. We finally got her because Anne Hathaway thinks like the boy told me what happened. I need to get a confession from this fucking lady.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the hell. We have her trapped down the stairs. She's got a gun. Thomas McKenzie's got a gun to her. She finally says it, and it's essentially that the husband that was sexually assaulting the son, and the way she just describes it is disgusting.
Yeah.
It is
She
horrible.
essentially admits that she's like, I'd rather help him do it to save my marriage rather than stop it from happening.
It is
Yikes.
horrible. It is horrible. I can't remember not a horror movie this year or before I was just like, this is
Just absolute
disgusting.
misery. Yeah.
Disgusting. So that's one of my favorite moments of the year for sure. Where I was just like, man, that is horrible. Good job.
Nice.
Good work. Can you talk about this Last Voyage of the Demeter moment?
What do you mean?
Ryan,
Let me just get one last look at my son, The Last Voyage of the Demeter. So this is a moment where
the best part of the
it's the best part of the movie. So there's a little boy on the boat. He's like a 10, 11-year-old boy.
Yeah, he's the captain's grandson.
He's the captain's grandson. And, Dracula is slowly picking people off. And, he gets to and they find the son, and he's been really messed up, and he's dead. So they wrap him up, and they're like, okay, in the morning, we're going to give him a burial at sea. A classic.
Yep, we're going to toss him over.
Toss him over. So it's, day, sun, light. They have him out on the plank or whatever, and then the captain's like, let me just get one.
He starts fidgeting a bit. The body starts
Yay!
fidgeting.
Oh yes, and he's like, wait a minute, let me get.
Wait.
So he opens it up, and then the boy opens his eyes, and he's all Dracula, and he's like, bah! And then he explodes into flames, and it's absolute insane chaos. Everyone is freaking the hell out, and it is incredible. It is incredible. I love it. A vampire movie. One of my favorite things of vampires movies is when someone just suddenly just
They
flames.
do that in the movie a bunch of times,
They-
and it's awesome.
It's always awesome. And that is just so good because not only did, as we've established on this series, killing the kid, but they really kill this kid. This kid dies. He dies twice horribly. Incredible.
Okay, well, that's a pretty good argument for that.
Exactly. This is not a bit. This is
It
amazing.
sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Best part of the movie.
Oh, fucking hell.
With that, we've talked about John Wick the falling downstairs throughout. I think with that, we've talked about every moment on this.
Yeah.
I believe so.
It's impressive. I'm impressed with us.
We
Good
did
job,
it.
everybody.
So we have the breakup Skype call, the bar scene from Past Lives, the ending of Killers of the Flower Moon, mom confrontation with Eileen. Let me just get one last look at my son, the last voyage of the Demeter, members on the bus in Infinity Pool, the opening in Across the Spider-Verse, John Wick falls down all those stairs in John Wick 4, murder on the dance floor in Saltburn, the ending scene in Talk to Me, the karaoke scene in Five Devils, and I'm Just Ken in Barbie.
I'm comfortable cutting the Five Devils scene.
You sure?
Yeah.
That sounded good.
It's very good. Highly recommend. Ryan can attest. Ryan saw it.
I
That's
do,
enough
I
for
do
me to-
like the movie. It did not hit me as hard as it did with Carrie.
I was sitting
But-
next to Ryan sobbing in this movie.
And I was like, oh, it's pretty good.
That sounds great.
I think you would like it. It's really
Okay.
cool. So I would recommend checking it out.
Okay, it's on my watch list, but that again, I think that sounds great. That sounds awesome.
It's really cool.
Okay, cool. I think I'm ready to cut the Spider-Verse. I think that my passionate vibes for unless
think
I
Ryan
like
wants
it
to keep that
though.
one.
I like it though. It's pretty good. I love it's just so good.
I know you really
It's
like
just so good.
you really like all of Gwen's stuff. in that
Gwen's
movie,
stuff
right?
is great, and just the opening in that world
Mhm.
is so wonderful with just like George said, the build up with like the drums and how it just builds into the music, and then how basically the entire opening just like shows like her story, but then also like her fight with the Vulture, and he has this weird art style that just clashes, but it just works, and it's so fun and beautiful. Just that whole opening of that movie is so good.
yeah,
I love it.
we can cut the breakup Skype call in Past Lives. I think that's not gonna. I think the moment for Past Lives is the bar scene to that, and it's fucking gorgeous, folks. I'm telling you,
It
man.
is.
Get a fucking expensive ass TV like mine. Put that Blu-ray disc on it. Turn off the lights and just hit that moment, dude.
Just
It's
sad.
Just sit there and yearn.
It's so good. It's so good.
I'm looking at this list, and I feel, as much as I love John Wick fall down all those stairs,
That's
it's
totally
pretty
fair.
incredible.
It's-
I haven't seen that movie, but it's
You, George, I'm telling you, you would really like. Even if you don't want, because have you seen any of them? You said you haven't.
I
seen
saw one like half paying attention in the background.
Even if you don't like, they do all the lore crap. You can just skip to the fourth one. I think you would really like the fourth
Just
one.
no,
There's a lot of really fucking cool
moments, yeah.
bits
And then
and
just
set
go
pieces.
backwards, like fuck
Yeah,
it.
sure. If you like it,
Okay.
go for it.
That's
But
not a bad idea.
The fourth one is so fucking fun, and there's typically like a bunch of different. There's one moment. I won't spoil it for you, but Greg and a couple other people told me that it's like a video game.
Yeah, I know. I
Oh,
wish I
yeah.
saw that. I wish I
Hotline
saw
Miami.
It was so
that. It's definitely a
cool.
thing where I would have been like, bro.
You would have been losing your shit with
yeah,
us
yeah,
if you
yeah.
were there. But if you're ever just feeling like I
Okay.
gotta dive
Just
in,
go-
I think the fourth one is the one that you can be like, let me get in on this
For
one.
the set
because
pieces.
like the rules of like the assassination stuff don't matter.
Not
Like it's
really.
fun if
Like-
you're passionate about that, but
Yeah, like I
think-
don't remember it from movie to movie, and I'm more going to see the cool set pieces. So
these movies are just like, let's watch Keanu Reeves kill some guys.
yeah, and it's fun.
Yeah.
And the fourth one has Pennywise being a weird French guy.
He does.
That's
He is a
hilarious.
weird French guy. And is he actually the final boss?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's
Yeah.
weird to me. That's
Yeah.
so wild to me.
I don't remember because like the bit of the third one is that there was some higher up in his assassin thing coming to do checkups or something, and then I feel like the fourth one is a higher up or some sort of something happened in the League of Extraordinary Assassins, and I don't remember. But That's not important. The stairs are important.
I'm going to cut the ending in Killers of the Flower Moon. It's awesome. I love that movie. That movie, how the fuck did that movie not win a single goddamn Oscar? I do not understand.
People must just have beef with Marty.
I do not understand. It's so good, man. Whatever, bro. I like Poor Things also, but man, whatever. Anyways,
We gotta cut a lot of stuff.
we gotta cut a lot of stuff.
Since you guys are not as passionate about the opening of Spider-Man, I will.
I gave the speech. I gave
the speech, but you don't want it to stay.
I don't want to.
Exactly.
Because it's hard, because it's like, it's so long. It's so many segments, right? It's like, what if we do our bits where it's like, oh, this part and this part happened, and we try to force it into a thing? And this is me forcing a really big thing into a moment.
I understand.
Because I could go even farther. Like you said, you started talking about the vulture stuff. That's like 15 minutes of this opening section
and
of
that's
the movie.
and that's all before like we cut to the main character of the movie. It's amazing. Yeah. But for the sake of this, I will cut it because.
And if I want to say something mean about the Spider-Verse stuff, the Gwen style's a little much. It goes a little much. It's a little too hard. It flexes a little too hard. Like there's moments like where they're having these impassioned like moments, and the background's just like freaking the fuck out. And that's the meanest thing I'll say about that movie.
So good. So good.
Visual, and there's a visual creation. Yeah. Okay. Y'all have sold me more somehow on let me just get one last look at my son more than Members of the Bus. And I really like Members of the Bus.
Members of the Bus is phenomenal, but I don't know. In terms of standout moment, I feel like
that sounds pretty funny.
It's
incredible. It's so funny. Lost it. And it is a moment. Like it is a blimp in that movie that's just like goes so hard.
It's hilarious.
You talk about a moment, that is a moment.
So let's just cut Members of the Bus then?
All right, let's do it.
It's great.
It's so good.
Listen, this whole category is just us cutting stuff.
I will say it kind of makes me feel a little bit worse, mainly because my Dakota Johnson stocks are through the roof. I invested brilliantly. But my Mia Goth stocks, in terms of a person who knows about this whole like Maxine stuff that's happening, I'm like, oh man, they're taking a dive a little bit.
Struggling.
So that's why I'm like, eh.
That's fair, honestly.
Which is why, and which is why Madam Web's gonna sweep next year.
Oh my god.
Okay. So we have
we
1,
need to
2,
cut
3.
3 more.
Yeah.
Bar scene, mom confrontation, my son, my boy, murder on the dance floor, ending Steen, and I'm just Ken.
That bit, you guys, man.
As the Saltburn hater of the group, I don't love that ending scene.
It is one of the moments of.
It is one of the moments, but I will say that I saw a trend of rich people doing that, not understanding.
Yeah, that's even funnier.
You know, that's a don't, you know. I don't
know. Okay. Just tell me how you guys are feeling when you're looking at this list.
Man, it's tough. If I could get rid of anything, I guess it would be the ending thing of Talk to Me. But Carrie did remind me how good that is.
It is very good, but I mean, you know, we gotta get rid of something.
Yeah.
It's
a great moment. It really is. What a bummer. Yeah. Does not end well for her. I think the bummer thing about that was like, man, I really thought she would have gotten, I thought we were going to beat this at some point in that movie.
Nope.
Too bad.
Okay, so now we got to cut 2 more. Man. Fuck. Okay. No.
What were you thinking?
I was going to cut I'm Just Ken. It's very good. But I don't know. Some gene inside of my body that always wants to be a hater is starting to, and I hate that they're winning. That people are like, oh, we're talking about Barbie so much, I'm tired of it. And I hate that they're winning, but some dumbass hater brain parasite in my is starting to go that way, and I'm starting to turn on it. Now I talked myself out of it. It's a great moment. It's a great moment. I'm just trying to find reasons to cut it.
Carrie, what are you least passionate? What are you least passionate?
Because y'all are gonna have to walk me off this Last Voyage of Demeter.
No, it's
train,
staying as long as I can.
Because I
make
think
it.
that sounds pretty good.
It's staying as long as I can. Unless Carrie thinks we should cut it for a different thing.
I don't know.
I can. Ugh, man, we got to the stuff where I'm like, fuck. It's been pretty
delete
easy.
my Saltburn moment.
I like it too. I don't want to cut it.
No, I'm
Because that is definitely a moment. There's so many moments in that movie. Again, I felt like Nicole Kidman in those shitty AMC commercials. Like, this is why we
come
come.
to this place to laugh,
Because I'm like,
to cry.
man,
Somehow.
this is some shit right here, bro.
I'm right here. A place like this.
I had a great time watching Saltburn.
Saltburn is the best.
So, you know, it's, again, all those people, all those cowards who saw it on Amazon should have been brave and gone to a goddamn movie
They should
theater.
have gone to the movie theater twice, like me.
Oh boy.
So, yeah. Okay.
So now we need to just cut one more. I'm just Ken, my boy, mom confrontation, and
I
Last
will
Lives.
cut the moment in Eileen.
I'm feeling that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is incredible.
It's very good.
It's very good. I'll let someone else do it.
I'll do it.
All right,
Sorry, Anne
so
Hathaway.
of the bar scene / saying goodbye in past lives, I'm just Ken and Barbie, and let me just get one last look at my son in the Last Voyage of the Demeter. What is the moment from 2023?
I would give it to Past Lives.
It's past
Yeah,
lives.
it's
Like,
Past Lives.
like, I think
it's not even really very close.
Yeah,
it's just like, it really is like, man, Celine Song, you're on some other shit. Again, it's the reason why I kind of didn't want to give this movie so much flowers. I loved watching it, but at the same time, when I talked about it, I'm like, this is the shit I love. This is Wong Kar-wai.
Mm-hmm.
I love this shit, and this is a new one of that, and it's good. But I think it takes an immense amount of talent from both the director, your cinematographer, and your talent and the script to do it. So you want to emulate the best, and you're like, yup, you fucking did it. You fucking did it. And yeah, I think that's the moment for me. I love it. It's so good. Again, rewatching it really pushed me over the edge where I'm like, nope, yep. You did it. Good job, everyone. So that's our best moment of the year. Past lives. Again, I don't like to be for some reason have this instinct when people be like, X movie was raw. I'm like, listen, it's really complicated. It's a lot of like, sometimes it's us in a room just arguing, and those arguments don't even make sense out of context. It's complicated. But I will admit that Past Lives deserves a lot more love than it is getting. It's just fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, that's our best moment. Congratulations with The Last Voyage of the Meter got the last laugh and fucking made it again. That sounds pretty good.
It's great.
It's great.
And I'm just Ken and Barbie, which is a beautiful to have that moment in one of the most profitable movies of the year. Just the movie that just, again, it's a movie by people who like are very good, are great writers, love fucking film. Like took this fucking movie about Barbies and made something really special.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Last Voyage of the Demeter again.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
And that standout moment. Alrighty, best performance. This is a big one, folks. They only get bigger. The only way you get bigger than this is the Do Not Go In There award.
That's true. That is true.
So yep, this one's pretty obvious. I mean, the best performance of the year. Again, still we have both men and women in this little lump sum of performers here. So yeah. All right, here we go. Sophia Wilde as Mia in Talk to Me. Emma Stone as Bella Baxter in Poor Things. Mark Ruffalo as Duncan Wedderburn. Wedderburn? Was that what it was?
Oh, no, you're right.
Yeah, in Poor Things. William Dafoe as Godwin Baxter in Poor Things. Lily Gladstone as Mollie Burkhart in Killers of the Flower Moon. Robert De Niro as William Hale in Killers of the Flower Moon. Greta Lee as Nora in Past Lives. Triyu as Haesung in Past Lives. Everyone who didn't know what a Dracula was in The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Divine Joy Randolph as Mary Lamb in The Holdovers. Paul Giamatti as Paul Hunnam in The Holdovers. Dominic Sessa as Angus Tully in The Holdovers. Grace Edwards as Dinah in Asteroid City. Or is it? Was it Dinah? I don't remember. Sandra Hewler as Sandra Voiter in Anatomy of a Fall. Rachel McAdams as Barbara Simon in Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Zac Efron as Kevin Von Erich in The Iron Claw. Mia Goth as Gabby Bauer in Infinity Pool. Andrew Scott as Adam in All of Us Strangers. Nathan Lane as Harris in Dix, the musical. Nathan Lane as Roger in Beau is Afraid. Joaquin Phoenix as Beau in Beau is Afraid. Patty Lupone as Mona Wasserman in Beau is Afraid. Tobin Bell as John Kramer in Saw X. Nicolas Cage as Dracula in Renfield. I thought that was going to say The Last Voyage of the Demeter for a second. Barry Keoghan as Oliver Quick in Saltburn. Rosamund Pike as Elspeth Ken in Saltburn. Russell Crowe as Father Gabriel Amorth in The Pope's Exorcist.
Let's go.
It feels like The Pope's Exorcist is 5 years old. Am I wrong?
It has that same sort of effect as Holdovers, where when you watch it, you're like, God, it feels like this has been a part of my life for so long.
Yeah, but like, why is The Pope's Exorcist feel like a movie specifically from 2018? That's just a weird era.
I don't know, when did... Well, Unhinged came out after that, so I don't know. I don't know,
true.
Ryan.
What movie were we watching that we came out and across the other theater, The Pope's Exorcist was playing? It wasn't Knock at the Cabin, was it? Because that was earlier. Or maybe it was Knock at the Cabin. I'm just trying to think.
I'm unsure. I think Pope's Exorcist came out pretty early in the year. I think it was March-ish or April-ish.
Anyways, let's get to the brass tacks here. Oh boy, where do we start here? I'm sure everyone in the meter was very surprised that there was a Dracula on their boat.
First cut.
Off the bat, I can't believe it. I'm just saying, authentic reactions to not knowing what a Dracula is. That's got to be tough, you know?
I do agree, yes.
Thank you.
When you're acting, you don't know what you're acting in front of.
Yeah, it's like, I can't conceive a world where I don't know what a Dracula is, but these guys did it. It's absolutely crazy.
It's pretty impressive, George.
All right, well,
that's why they made it on the list. Oscars were too afraid.
I will say a shout out to the guy who wanted to see his son or whatever the fuck y'all said last time.
Yeah, he really did not know what a Dracula was, and that really bit him on that one, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey, yo.
All right.
I don't know if he got bit. I think he got... I think he also got set on fire.
Probably.
Because he probably had his arms on around this child, like, my boy! Ah!
Oh, yeah, I think the kid, attacked him or something.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Whatever.
It was such an iconic moment, but I don't
Nobody
remember
can
what happened
remember
immediately
it.
after.
I cut one of my standouts, and I don't know why, but Grace Edwards, I don't remember the name of the character, Dinah or Dina, I don't know how you pronounce it anymore, in Asteroid City. She was the daughter of Scarlett Johansson's character, and I don't know what it was about this girl, but I was just transfixed by the way she delivered stuff incredibly flatly, or I don't know. There's just something about her presence that I really enjoyed. And I liked the vibe she brought to the set, the ensemble of Asteroid City. And I hope to see her in more things. So Shout out to Grace Edwards. Keep hiring her. I'd like to see her in more stuff. So that was my quick shout out. Everyone else, Scarlett Johansson also good. There's a lot of people good in Asteroid City. Tom Hanks is great in that. Which I guess I didn't realize until people mentioned it that was probably going to be the Bill Murray role. Mm-hmm. I had an idea of that. So
yeah, I think I like Bill Murray, but I think Tom Hanks brought something really a man named Otto to that role. No, wait, I forgot to add him. That performance, I forgot that.
Is that 2023? Oh, my
wow.
I'm pretty sure.
That movie feels like it's 2014.
Yeah, that was like 10 million years ago.
What about Ben Kingsley as Jules in Jules? Or was Ben Kingsley the guy who found Jules?
I think he was the guy who
Oh.
found
I thought he was Jules in Jules.
Jules was just an alien.
Okay.
Jules was an actual alien they found for the movie. It was crazy.
My bad.
This
on.
probably does not hang, but Nicolas Cage as Dracula in Renfield
He was
is...
fantastic.
He's fucking great.
That is an absolutely inspired choice, and it is the role that you could tell that he has been weighed to play for
Not since Vampire's Kiss.
just
so true.
years.
So true.
just great old school Dracula vibes.
A role you could sink your teeth into.
That's
if
what he
you-
probably said to his agent.
Uh,
Give me a role I can sink my teeth into. You won't believe the script we just got.
But yes, Renfield, underrated movie. Y'all are haters.
Mhm.
Fun time. I should rewatch that.
Renfield good.
Good film. I like Dominic Sessa in The Holdovers. It's wild that that's his first major role in a movie. But I don't know if he's gonna hang. How does anyone else feel strongly about Dominic Sessa in The Holdovers?
He's very good in that movie. He really plays off Paul Giamatti very well.
Mhm.
It's weird how he was just been like ignored from everything.
That is where, yeah.
But Holdovers was kind of ignored for the most part anyway, so I guess it's not super surprising.
Yeah, it was very much
but-
a season where like a handful of movies got all, like 3 to 4 movies got all the
Mhm.
awards.
Mhm.
Yeah, but yeah.
And I think none of them were any that we were particularly
Yeah.
passionate about.
Not
Yeah.
really.
Oh,
Except this guy likes Poor Things.
Oh.
I do like Poor Things.
Ooh.
Speaking of people who got overlooked, actually, I'm gonna actually write him on here. Did I not write Charles Melton on here? I did. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't write.
There's
Oh, yeah.
there's no May December performance.
Yeah. I may have to look up his character's name, but
Oh jeez.
I'll do it. I got Joe. I think it was Joe.
Joe.
It was Joe in May December. Anyways, Charles Melton. Yeah, I'm not gonna cut him. I'm adding him, and but
Excellent.
he was one when we spoke of people like who kind of got overlooked. Charles Melton, man, whoo boy, he is
Really good,
phenomenal in that movie, and it is a damn shame. Please don't let the CW fucking I don't even know the police
Don't drag him back in.
Yeah. But yeah, what a fucking performance like that in a. I guess was it a stacked year for male supporting actors? Who are the male supporting actors of this year?
De Niro.
He's always there,
Robert
you know.
Downey Jr.
Yeah, for some fucking reason, everyone in the world has been transfixed by Robert Downey Jr. as non-Iron Man.
Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, he's pretty good.
He was amazing.
He's
Yeah,
amazing.
He would have been my pick.
But anyways, Charles Melton, fucking phenomenal. Just killed it.
There's also Sterling K. Brown and Ryan Gosling.
Yes, I do
Oh,
enjoy
yes,
Sterling K.
yeah.
Brown.
I like him, but I did not see that movie.
Yeah,
He was very good in that movie.
I want to see more things with Sterling K. Brown. Is what I got out of that movie too. I was like, this man,
Was
he's
he nominated-
beautiful.
Was he nominated for American Fiction, or was he nominated
It
for Rustin?
was for American Fiction for
Oh.
Best Supporting, and then I think Rustin for Best Lead.
Oh,
if I remember right.
got it.
Yeah, he's not in a whole bunch of stuff, huh?
Well, he was the best part of American Fiction, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Anyways, let's see where do we want to go. Oh yeah, I was gonna cut Dominic Sessa. We don't feel strongly about him.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Go back over the hedge, you idiot.
Go back to probably Idaho or whatever.
Iowa.
Idaho,
Montana.
wherever.
If you told me that guy was from Nebraska and went to high school with us, I would totally.
I would
believe
100%
you.
believe that. He's listening to us like, guys, come on, we had lunch together. We were in Mr. Peeper's class.
Russell Crowe as Father Gabriel in the Pope's Exorcist. Yeah.
Come on.
I can't believe he cut my bit before your bit.
I mean, my bit was better. Sorry.
No,
I agree.
Incorrect.
No, yeah, that movie isn't great. He puts in the legwork of elevating it from, because it's just a fucking typical possession, bring in the priest movie, but he elevates it because it's funny to have an A-list actor riding in on his little Vespa.
That is true.
Exercising a child. Great stuff.
I'm not saying we're cutting this, but I'm just gonna say I rewatched Talk to Me recently.
Mm-hmm.
And Sophia Wilde is so good in that role, just so manic and crazy, and just goes all in on all the possession stuff, and just incredible. I really hope she does other stuff in the genre or just in general going forward, and tones down the Australian accent a little bit in the future, just so I can watch the movie without subtitles sometime.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel super strongly about it. But yeah, we can just keep on.
I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. The thing with this is that the problem with best performance is that there's no, apart from the bits, there's no one that's an easy cut usually. It's like, oh yeah, I like that person. I like that person too. But I'm going to cut Rachel McAdams as Barbara Simon and Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. But man, no movie. That was a movie where I watched it, and it feels like, even though Rachel McAdams has been around forever, there was just something that unlocked there where I was like, oh, I think Rachel McAdams is going to be, like, I think she's going to age fantastically as an actress. Because she is phenomenal in that movie. She is so lovable. She is like she's like playing the dictionary definition of a mom in that movie. Like, just like the sun in the sky, like the whole world. Like, she's the best. So shout out to moms and shout out to Rachel McAdams, but I'm going to cut her in Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Yeah.
Here, remind me who Mana Wasserman and Beau Was Afraid was.
The mom.
Oh, the mom. Oh, she was scary.
Don't you mean iconic, amazing, show-stopping, brilliant, never the same?
I mean, I guess, but...
How dare you?
Those are also all that words I would personally not use to describe a certain movie starring Joaquin Phoenix that came out in 2019. That's the movie Joker, baby.
Well, wrong on both accounts.
Damn it. Damn it.
Let's see here. Who is the actress? Oh yeah, Amy Ryan. She's not on here, but I was gonna say, my favorite Beau is a favorite performance because I just love her in anything. Is Amy Ryan, who played the wife of Nathan Lane.
Oh right,
I love her in anything.
She's very funny.
She's very funny.
What's her name from The Office?
Yes. And the person and from Murders in the Building.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, she's great.
Yeah, she's funny.
There's a lot of good stuff that you can say about the film Beau Is Afraid.
There is
That's
a
what
lot
I'm
of good
learning.
stuff.
There's a few.
If I
things you
had
could
3
say.
hours, I would watch it again, but I don't think I could make 3 hours.
I'll never have 3 more hours left in my life somehow.
Robert De Niro, I love him in that movie. He just plays a scumbag, a fast and sharp talking scumbag, so goddamn well. But I don't think it's breaking the mold for Robert De Niro. I think it's just Robert De Niro being fucking Robert De Niro.
Right.
So I'll cut it because I don't think there's anything else. But I'll tell you what, folks. I saw the King of Comedy recently.
Oh yeah.
That's a fucking good ass
I wanna
movie.
watch that movie.
It's so good. And wow, that guy Todd Haynes.
Ripped it.
Not
right the
a
hell
not a
off.
singular original idea in his body. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I will still continue to enjoy the film
Sure, that's
Joker,
fair.
but...
He's just gonna do it again this year when he makes Moulin Rouge, but Joker.
Guess what? I'm gonna love that. Thank you, God.
I like Willem Dafoe in anything.
It's so true.
But I don't know. No, he is very good in that movie. But there's 3 things. If I was just by cutting stuff down from Poor Things, there are 3 actors on this list, and Willem Dafoe is very much a side character. I enjoy when he burps. But yeah, does anyone else?
Enjoy his makeup a lot.
I enjoy his makeup a lot.
It's really
He goes
cool.
for it a lot,
I think,
but I feel like for Poor Things, like the role is, Emma Stone's.
Yeah.
Mark
Ruffalo was very funny.
He's very funny, but he's also...
He's a great punching bag.
He's a great punching bag.
Ow.
So, I don't know. I feel like it'd probably safe to remove Mark Ruffalo from the list as well.
Damn.
And we can remove Talk to Me. This is getting very stacked, and I feel like I'm going to be the defender of that. So
shout out to the kid who played that kid in Talk to Me. You got the shit beat out of him.
Oh man, he
destroyed.
Good stuff.
Oof.
I could start paring down my Beau is Afraid
Yeah.
ones. my favorite is honestly Patti LuPone because she was so fucking great,
Okay.
and it felt like such a journey. I was going on the journey as well because I just wanted to see Patti LuPone so bad. But also my favorite is also Nathan Lane because you just Nathan Lane being Supremo Grill Dad. That's hilarious. That's so fucking funny.
He would do that.
But I don't think any of the Beau is Afraid ones are gonna hang, as has been tradition.
I dislike Joaquin Phoenix a significant amount, but this is probably the most I'd like of Joaquin Phoenix, mainly because he's pathetic, fucking whatever the hell.
It's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny seeing him be a loser.
But
So-
yeah, he's an amazing performance, but of the performances that I'm like, yes, in that movie, he's not the
Okay.
most, oddly, but he carries the whole movie, and he's amazing, and I love him. But, and Nathan Lane I also love, and Patti LuPone I also love, but I don't think any of them are gonna make it, because I'm
Okay.
the only one who likes Beau is
Yeah.
Afraid. But,
I like Beau is Afraid, I just don't feel...
I think Beau is Afraid committed the crime of putting Nathan Lane and Patti LuPone in the movie and making me think there was going to be a musical number, and then there wasn't a musical number. I was like, why would you fucking do this to me?
That is true.
Ari Aster's a coward.
Idiot.
I'll say it. I know I'm not a Saltburn fan on this podcast. And I'm not saying remove Barry Keoghan. We can keep him, but I just was I was just never really inspired by Rosamund Pike's performance in that movie.
Are you joking me?
I am not, unfortunately.
I don't, yeah.
Because like I like the character the character
She is
that
funny.
she's
So
doing.
funny.
The like ditzy, easily confused, like she would be a victim of the movie Parasite kind of person.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't the that movie is Barry Keoghan being weird. And I just feel like everyone else is just mostly reactionary to him.
Yeah.
That's just my thoughts
I enjoy
on-
Jacob Elordi a lot in Saltburn. We can honorably put him on and take him off. He's pretty good in that.
He is funny.
Yeah. Do you feel strong about Rosamund Pike?
Nah.
Nah.
I just thought it was pretty funny when she was like, I was a lesbian once.
That is funny.
Let's see.
Remember when Tobin Bell was like, I was a lesbian once and saw X?
Man,
That was funny.
it's fucking weird to have an actor who's played this character for many, many a year. But
This is the real Iron Man should win the Academy Award.
Yeah, this
right
was
here.
Tobin. Yeah, Tobin. They really let John Kramer go crazy with this one, as in they made a movie for him finally.
It was amazing.
And
It only
it's very
took
good.
10
It only took 10 movies. But it's a great performance where it's a great script also where like you forget that this guy is like he's done a lot of he's not a good guy. But you
He
feel
never killed anyone.
He
George.
never- that's
Let's-
true.
let's
I
stop
hate
there.
murderers.
He just fantasizes about people being brutally injured all
In his
the
little
time.
sketchbook in the morning.
Oh, I love him.
What's that nice old man trot?
And then he started watching.
Oh,
What is that?
Oh God!
So with that, I think we're keeping Tobin Bell
Wow,
still.
do you-
I would love to keep doing.
No, Tobin Bell's staying.
He's great.
Are you like a fan of bear traps, or like why do you keep drawing bear traps?
Oh man, what did he say in that? I'm a life coach or the
I
hell?
was like, I consider myself someone who helps people
Overcome obstacles in their life. Like a life coach? Something like
Yes, something like that.
I like your jigsaw impression.
Yeah.
yeah, just him being him again. Also, like putting Tobin Bell as John Kramer in like such a vulnerable positions is what's really elevates the. Him walking into that house, just hello.
That should have been on my favorite moments. Hello. Me and Greg, I don't remember how long it's been since this movie came out, but update, me and Greg still cannot stop quoting I remember telling that anecdote. Hello?
What? He was holding like a nice wine and like
He went to get
chocolates.
some tequila to give to his
Oh,
friend.
that's right.
And then you, hello?
I don't know why, but I pictured him like holding like chocolates and like flowers.
I don't
Yeah.
think
Hello, my friends.
that was the dream you had.
Yeah,
where
that's
Jigsaw was
true.
taking you to prom.
Oh, that is right. I did post that thing on Facebook. Jigsaw, if you could go to prom with me, it would make me so
Give
happy.
His 10,000 likes so Tobin Bell sees it.
I'm not terminally ill. I just really am a huge fan of Tobin Bell.
But yeah, Saw X poses the only way that we can get to John Kramer into a vulnerable place is to have him fall for like a clickbait Facebook ad or something. Because at the end of the day, he is elderly.
Yeah, so true.
So yeah, let's keep him.
I would love to keep him. He's one of my favorite performances of the year. Genuinely.
I think so too. Yeah.
I enjoy Sandra a lot. And it was very much a big coming out for her in terms of like attention this year. But I just need to rewatch Anatomy of a Fall because I feel like it's on Hulu, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a neon thing. So
yeah,
it's
okay.
Hulu.
Point being, I forgot a lot about what I love about Anatomy of a Fall, and I just remember the dang courtroom stuff. Like I don't remember I remember bits and pieces of the big fight, but yeah. Anyways, does anyone else feel strong about Sandra Hüller? She's great, but
I feel strongly, but not enough to say that I think she would be like my top 3 or anything. But I think she was impeccable in that scene.
okay. Well, I'll leave her for now. Paul Giamatti and Divine, maybe the whole Holdovers gang. I don't know.
I think so.
We're just cutting really good performances at this point, but that's how this goes.
We always reach this point, but I'm not as passionate about Holdovers as like some of this other stuff.
I love that movie.
I respect it a lot. I'm just not.
Yeah.
I just don't have the chutzpah.
But yeah, Paul Giamatti plays a curmudgeon fantastically. A curmudgeon academic who thinks he's better than everyone, but in a very I don't know.
He is
a little bit, but yeah, he's wonderful. And so like when the ice finally thaws and you know his heart is exposed, it's wonderful. But yeah. And Divine Joy Randolph, I've only seen her in comedic roles before this movie, and she just plays a really wonderful, sweet lady. I don't know, she's just super warm and nice. You always want to talk to her. Yeah, it's what the role asked of her, and she killed it. She's great. Yeah, but we can cut both of them. I think. Yeah.
Now, Carrie.
Are you gonna go to Dick's the Musical?
I'm gonna go to Dick's the Musical.
I was gonna go there too.
Okay, cool. Tell me why Nathan Lane in Dick's the Musical is a better performance than Nathan Lane in Beau is Afraid.
It's not.
Oh.
They're both perfect. So.
Okay.
It's just funny that he signed on to be in that film, and then.
I love Nathan Lane.
Yeah,
so
he's great.
much,
I love
but
Nathan Lane.
He's like. So, like, if you asked other people, they might not always have the answer. Nathan Lane is the VIP in this film, but he's always the VIP for me. But if you pulled a room full of people, everyone would say that Nathan Lane is the VIP of Dick's the Musical.
I think you're correct on
but
that.
I think a lot of people like I don't remember the lady's name who plays the mom. She's really good, too.
Oh.
I know you didn't like her.
No, her character.
You found her very annoying.
The actress is great, though.
Mm-hmm.
I can never remember her name. I just know that she was on Parks and Rec, and she would play, what's his name's husband?
Didn't watch that show.
I like that show. That's like one of the last good classic sitcoms, I think.
Right. But yeah, no, I don't think Nathan Lane hangs here, of course, but he was a superstar in that movie. Anytime it was his turn to act or sing, everything came alive and it was perfect. Especially the scenes with the sewer boys when it was just him and the one twin being like, why? Nathan Lane's like, no, you know my sewer boys. I love them so much. Perfect. I think everyone should watch Dick's the Musical. think everyone should give it a shot.
Why has there been a resurgence of Nathan Lane? Nathan's been really getting himself out there. I feel like I didn't think about Nathan Lane a lot until like this and last year.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought about the movie Mouse Hunt.
I think America finally
the
woke
producers.
Very good.
And Stuart Little.
Nice.
Yeah. That's all I got from Nathan Lane. Oh, and Teacher's Pet. He was the dog teacher. He voiced the main character in the cartoon show and film, Teacher's Pet.
All right.
He was a dog.
What about Timon? We all love Timon.
Oh, that is him. Yes. Anyways, Nathan Lane, everybody. Let's see here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we got like a 10. We still gotta cut people down. Okay, I'm gonna cut Charles Melton now, I guess.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not actually. I lied.
You don't have to.
He can stay.
I lied about that.
I am looking at this, and I know I am the Saltburn hater, but Oliver Quick, I don't know. Because, like, in a way, it's Barry Keoghan being Barry Keoghan.
Mm-hmm.
Am I incorrect on saying this?
No, I guess
Not to diss on him, but he's doing exactly as we would expect him to do in that situation.
Man, 3 people for this is tough.
George, I think you're the only one who saw the Iron Claw.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw it.
Zac Efron is insane.
He is so goddamn good, and it's so sad. I mean, maybe silently he has the satisfaction. I mean, I'm sure he does. You don't need the praise of your peers and whatever to know you did a good job. But I hope he realizes that, like, that. I mean, he's got a full career in him, but that was like the performance of his career.
That was a holy shit.
That was like incredible. Like, oh, you can go. Yeah, it is just emotional and physical. He got fucking ridiculously yoked for that movie. It's insane. Yeah. He's got that ridiculous haircut. But yeah, it's just like an emotional performance and a performance of a guy who just really loves his brothers. And it's just so sad that life continues to fuck them over, and he's just like, I don't know what, this isn't fair. And he just truly believes that they've been cursed at a certain point.
So much so that he believes in dark magic.
Yeah, in dark magic. So yeah, it's just fantastic, and it really sucks. I don't know where this list goes, folks. Okay, man. Here's where I'm at. Okay. I like Emma Stone in Poor Things, but there are people on this list that I'd rather make the cut than Emma Stone in Poor Things.
I feel the same way.
She's so funny and her timing is great. But yeah, I don't know. She's got the Oscar, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she doesn't need us.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm the biggest Poor Things person, so I assume that's an easy cut, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm cutting her. Goodbye.
Just because I feel like all of us, you know, she wasn't our choice to win the Oscar anyway.
Yeah, that's also where I was
at. That kind of makes
She's
it...
very good.
Not to diss that performance, of course.
She's
but
good.
There was one performance that I feel like probably should have won.
Oh, man. All right. Where do we go?
Is it time to cut Sandra Hüller?
Yeah, I don't feel passion, and I feel sparks for some of these other performances here. So yeah, we can cut Sandra Hüller. Someone else wants to do that for me.
I got that done.
Thank you.
We haven't talked about these yet. I think these are the only ones we haven't talked about yet. But Greta Lee and T.O. in Past Lives.
Yeah.
Both great. Both emotionally destructive. They just both have like their own individual standout moments, and then what one, you know, the bar scene, and one of the best standout moment was their scene together. That just like perfectly was just them two doing their own thing, and like, ooh, crazy.
It's especially tough. It's a weird one because in the movie, Nora is married and she has this life, and we have Hae-sung who hasn't still gotten to the point where he's like, you know, found his someone and found his career. Like, he has a career, but he doesn't seem super happy about it, whatever. So, and he's just so cute and adorable and nice. So it's hard. You feel. So what I'm saying is like his performance is already good, but the sympathy I have for him elevates it even more. Like, he's like a sad little puppy dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Fuck me, man.
I just want to shout that out because I feel like we haven't mentioned them yet.
Yeah.
We also have not mentioned Mia Goth or Andrew Scott. I've not seen the Andrew Scott movie, but Mia Goth, as we've talked about it many times,
Also on Hulu.
absolutely insane. She once again she goes there. I don't know if it's my personal favorite role of hers, just because.
No, me neither.
But you can't deny that she
is that movie a little bit for me.
She absolutely just
Devours.
Yeah.
She eats up that scenery and just goes crazy.
She has audiences suckling from her teeth, folks.
Hell yeah, brother.
She does do that. But Carrie, talking about Andrew Scott in
since no one wanted to do their gay homework.
Yeah. I don't have Hulu anymore.
I only put
Excuse accepted.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was only told to watch holdovers, so I only watched holdovers.
Oh,
okay, I'm sorry.
I took the initiative and looked at you guys' lists and decided to watch movies that you guys ranked highly.
I'm sorry.
It's
you
okay.
know I
It's
love the
okay.
gays.
Do you?
Wow.
Not enough, but I love them.
No.
I will watch this movie eventually.
It's really good. I think you guys would like it. But I just wanted to give Andrew Scott his flowers because as a longtime Andrew Scott fan, I've waded through so much garbage just to watch him in the movies. I went to Spectre. I went to Alice Through the Looking Glass.
Ooh.
This isn't garbage, but I went to 1917 just to see Andrew Scott. And collectively from those films, I think we got about 4 minutes of screen time. And so now he has a leading role and he absolutely kills it. He's got this presence. He's so amazing. He's so heartfelt. He's so emotional. And I love him. And I don't think he hangs just because I'm the only one who saw the performance, but I think if we check back in after you guys have seen it, you'd be like, that's pretty good. It wouldn't be in my personal top, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I want to see it.
It's very good, but I will cut it for the sake of the community.
As we are cutting, I think at this point with that, because I know that's a great performance. I think we can cut Charles Melton. He's also great, but I'm gonna cut him now. If Andrew Scott's also gonna go.
And I can also cut Barry Keoghan, because I love him, and I love that movie
so
much.
Yeah, he's having fun.
But
I love that for him.
I assume he doesn't stack up against these other people. What I'm saying is I'm throwing down, because I'm making a lot of sacrifices here.
Okay.
I'm saying I want Tobin Bell to make it in the final
No,
three.
I'm-
I don't think he will, but that's just what I'm just saying that. I'm cutting Barry Keoghan as a peace offering.
I mean,
No, like, we're at 6 now, so I believe, yes, we're at 6. We're at Lily Gladstone, Greta Lee, T.O., Zac Efron, Mia Goth, and Tobin Bell. I feel like anything could happen, and Tobin Bell could definitely make top 3.
That's genuinely one of my favorite performances.
I think Tobin Bell is another nice thing to say about Tobin Bell is you have a franchise that like it is this man's for better or worse it has become his legacy.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of actors who have horror franchises like they become tied to the legacy of the whole franchise, and maybe that some of the performances some of the answers are a little spotty, and some of those have some spotty things, but this film
He's not in those.
That's also true. Oh, I don't know. He's got a backwards baseball cap in one of them. But
that's funny.
My point being is that this really felt like a celebration of Tobin, like the legacy of his character and him sticking by this franchise. And like this felt like I don't even know. It was like a lifetime achievement award for the character
Honestly,
of Jigsaw.
yeah.
Like here is a movie where okay, you can actually run with the character, like just go with it. And I think we all love Tobin Bell because he's always shined in these movies for the little. Again, it's a movie about John Kramer and Jigsaw, but he's not really in them a whole lot. You know, yeah, that I think that's what made it feel really nice. Also,
I think looking at these 6, I feel like I would want to cut Mia Goth now, just because, like I said, her performance is great, but it's not really new, and she did.
Yes, I like her in Pearl better. I guess
she did win. I believe she won last year as Pearl, and maybe we should give some other psychos a chance.
Can we shout out who the other psychos are besides Tobin Bell?
I think it's just Tobin Bell.
All these psychos.
I mean, Zac Efron got a little too ripped, so maybe he's a psycho.
That haircut is wild.
That haircut will change your personality.
All right.
We love Mia Goth. We love when she goes, members of the box.
That is true.
Woo.
All right, we got 5. What are people feeling?
I would cut one of the past lives performances.
Where are you feeling? I like Greta Lee a lot.
I feel like
spoilers for a future episode. She's in Probmista for a bit, and I was like, ah! I enjoy having her on my screen.
I think she is the main character of Past Lives, so I think it would skew more towards her.
Mm-hmm.
Although T.O. was definitely shafted for some supporting stuff.
He was amazing, yeah.
But
or we cut both of them, and then the list is very easy.
No.
Okay, where do you feel, Ryan?
I feel like personally, Greta Lee has to be in the top 3 because that's my personal favorite performance of the year. And I feel Lily Gladstone is the objective best performance of the year, and then Tobin Bell I feel is the podcast's best performance of the year. That is where I'm at. But then again, I did not see the Iron Claw, so I cannot fully be, I cannot fully talk about that.
Okay. I'm trying to stack rank the performance of Zac Efron in the Iron Claw versus Greta Lee in Past Lives. And I feel like Zac Efron.
What?
He's really good.
There is just I did not know this kid had this in him.
Mm-hmm.
It is just wild. And it's I don't know, now he's just doing another John Cena movie where he's woo, jokey jokes are man. And I just wish, please give him more dramatic roles. Mm-hmm. He can go the distance is my thing. And I think Greta Lee has she's gonna have a bunch of opportunities now. And Zac Efron, I don't know what the fuck his career looks like next. I mean he'll be fine. He'll have he's a funny man as long as he stays ripped, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just blabbering on right now. But when I put them side by side, I feel more passionate about Zac Efron's performance in The Iron Claw than Greta Lee in Past Lives. That's where I'm at. I don't know. Carrie, what do you think?
I like the film Past Lives more, but I think
that's true.
Zac
Also,
Efron's performance is insanely good.
That's true.
So I don't know what to do.
Are we cutting
Teo? Yeah, I think we're cutting.
Yeah, I think we should get out of here.
Oh man,
take your Uber. Get the fuck out of here.
No prolonged silence for me. Just get in your car and leave.
So now we have Lily Gladstone, Greta Lee, Zac Efron, and Tobin Bell. Man, imagine the Oscars said that. That'd be crazy. I don't know. I said my piece. I'm just gonna put it out there. My top 3 would be Lily, Greta, and Tobin. I'm putting that out there. You guys just take that as you will. I'll just be over on the computer making some edits while you guys talk this through.
Carrie, what do you think? I feel like Zac Efron. I don't know. I could go either way, but
yeah, I mean, I think when I love Tobin Bell so much, and this performance is such a powerhouse, but I also feel like we're coming into it with a lot of previous love for
Sure,
him.
sure.
And so that might bolster the performance a bit more, whereas all these other people just showed up and delivered a performance and we didn't need 10 years of build-up.
That's fair.
But
then again, it would have been really funny if he was in the top 3.
I know. But we got the boat Dracula into the top 3 on one of the other categories.
That is true.
Not to say that Tobin Bell's performance is a bit nomination,
He's
like
very
the Demeter
good.
ones, but
I just feel like we're the only people in the industry who will advocate for him as highly as we have.
So true.
All right, I think
I don't know what to do.
I'll cut Tobin Bell.
I'm so sorry.
But then again, that I don't know who the winner is. Then though. Okay, so
my winner would be Zac Efron.
Really?
Either Zac Efron or Lily Gladstone. Sorry, Ryan.
I feel like Lily Gladstone would be the winner.
We haven't really talked about her either.
Yeah,
right?
we didn't
Not
really.
really.
Well, I will say that like when I was watching Killers of the Flower Moon, a movie that I did really enjoy, but I was locked in whenever it was Lily performing, and there were parts where she was just emoting where I got emotional and I was crying and I'm like, why am I fucking crying at this fucking Martin Scorsese movie? What the hell?
Yes.
Because she's just so fucking good.
She has a silent, passionate presence in a lot of the movie, because I felt through the entire movie that I knew that she was gonna get fucked over, and a lot of times in the movie, her character knows she is getting fucked over, and she's talking to the banker, or talking to some of her other family members, like. There's just a quiet rage in that character, and she has a presence, and it's just so goddamn good, and I just want her to see her in so much, in everything.
Yes.
So I just want to see her more of her.
So is she the winner?
But Zac Efron, man.
I can't wait for us to pressure Ryan into watching the Iron Claw and him to be like, oh, it's alright.
Well, it's like the thing is like it's a sportsy kind of movie, and those are
That's fair.
I've said before, it's hard for one of those to like push me over like, oh, that's good. I think the only one I can think off the top of my head is I, Tonya. That's solely because Margot Robbie is very good in that movie.
Well, what if I told you this is pretty similar? Like, not at all, but like in
Yeah,
terms
kinda.
of like balance between the sport and the emotion.
Maybe.
But of these, I love all of them.
I could go Lily just to make it easy.
Yeah,
But my heart is Zac Efron, but we could just make it easy and say,
Yeah,
because Ryan hasn't seen. Yeah, this is a movie we've all three have seen, and we all can agree Lily Gladstone is a fucking star. Right?
Superstar.
So, okay.
So Lily,
Best
I know you
performer.
didn't win the Oscar, but this is the real award right here.
Yeah, definitely.
The people who considered cutting you for Tobin Bell.
I never considered cutting her to
Okay.
All right, so that's best performance. Lily Gladstone as Mollie Burkhart in Killers of the Flower Moon is the winner, followed by Greta Lee as Nora in Past Lives, and Zac Efron as Kevin Von Erich in The Iron Claw. Woo! We did it. All right. Now for the Big Boy Award, Ryan. I'll let you take it away.
So we have a special award here called the Do Not Go In There Award. This award goes to the film where you can most accurately say, do not go in there. And the context does shift from film to film. We have 5 nominees this year. It is The 100 Acre Woods from Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. You do not go in there because a man who wears a Winnie the Pooh mask will kill you and or summon bees around you. The Moon from Rebel Moon because it sucks. Like, not like the movie, just like the moon that they're on sucks. Like, there's nothing to do there but fuck. And it's just, it's nothing. It's just a boring, awful place. I don't understand why the space Nazis care so much about it. Any room that Barry Keoghan is in Saltburn, you don't want to be in there for obvious reasons. The Skinamarink House, self-explanatory, and then also self-explanatory is the boat from Boat Dracula, the movie. It's
Wouldn't that be the Demeter?
yeah. The Demeter. The boat. So this is a tough one this year, but the winner is any room that Barry Keoghan is in
Woo!
Saltburn.
There's a lot of rooms in that.
Saltburn
A lot of rooms
win.
in that building.
There's a lot of rooms, and if he steps in front of any of them, you are going to get jacked off. Unfortunately. And you're going to be confused, and he's going to be...
Uber driver sucked me
You're
off.
going to be having he's going to have an emotion that you've never seen anyone experience. And it's just going to be a bad time. But yes, Barry, thank you. He's in the audience right now, sitting next to Carl Urban for some reason. Have they ever been... It feels like they would be in a movie
That
together.
seems like a thing, maybe.
It feels like they'd be in a movie
He's
together.
sitting next to Sabrina Carpenter.
Are they
I
friends?
think they're dating.
Oh, good for him, I guess.
Alright, thank you, Ryan. Did not go in their award. Barry Keoghan.
Lots of rooms in the Saltburn.
There is a
castle.
lot of rooms, yes. Now, next award, Best Old Movie. This is an award where, not even an award, this is just where we get to talk about our favorite older films that we discovered in the year. Because we don't only watch new films, we also watch old movies. I know that seems lame, but Ryan Lance, what were your favorite old movies of 2023?
So looking back, I didn't watch a whole lot of old movies this past year and really connected with one of them, but I did revisit two that I liked a whole lot. I rewatched The Social Network,
Yeah, I need to
which
watch
is
that.
a big movie guy film, and for a while I was like, yeah, it's a good movie, but I just went through this thing. I was like, oh, think about The Social Network. I don't know why, and I put it on, and I was just locked in for this movie that I've already seen 3 times. I was like, what the hell is going on? Andrew Garfield, get out of there. You're gonna get screwed over. Get out of there. It's just so transfixing, and the script is so good. I'm trying to watch more Aaron Sorkin movies this year. I watched Mollie's Game since then, which is a very good script. Some of the plot stuff I don't love a whole lot, and he also did Trial of the Chicago 7, and the Steve Jobs biopic, which I've heard is very good, which is not streaming anywhere. Which is, you'd think it'd be on the Apple one. The fucking Ashton Kutcher one is everywhere, but the one that fucking won awards with Michael Fassbender.
Oh.
Is nowhere, which is so weird to me. I'm not going to spend $10 at Ben's Game Zone to get a Blu-ray of it. No. But Social Network, great movie, incredible score. Trent Reznor, that's one of the best scores of all time. The Social Network one. It is insane. You got to re-listen to it. So good. I also rewatched Pulse, the Japanese film.
Not the one with Veronica Mars.
No, although I do want to watch that one now that I have this appreciation for the original Japanese Pulse. But so unsettling, such a great slow burn. You really feel the environment of the world shift over time as more and more people go missing. And just the one sequence where the guy goes into the room with the red tape and the ghost attacks him is just so good and so unsettling and so good. But yes, I fell in love with those two movies and got a whole lot more appreciation for them this last year.
What year was Pulse made?
2001.
Okay. That's some early internet. Because
Early internet, yes.
2005, 6, something.
There's a character who gets the internet for the first time, and it's all dial-up-y, and the moment he turns on his computer and connects to the internet, it's immediately, he gets a pop-up. It's like, would you like to download a ghost? And he's like,
That was my favorite part when I watched that movie the first time this year, too. I was like, if I got a pop-up phishing ad that was like, you want to meet a ghost? I'd be like, yeah.
It's just funny, we're you connected dial-up the first time, and that's the first thing.
That's pretty funny.
What are the odds? So awesome. I also love that character, because he's this cool hipster type of surfer dude guy who's like, I don't really get the internet. And then he goes on, he's like, escape key? Let me write this down. And it's like, that's so funny. I think one reason I want to rewatch it is just because early internet stuff is so fascinating, much like how going on a boat and not knowing who Dracula is, where you just have all these characters who have this vague understanding of the internet, which, is in every part of our lives now. It's interesting going back and seeing a film about the internet when it was still in its infancy.
I love that shit. Carrie, what are your best old movies?
My first pick was Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, baby.
I also watched this movie this year.
A masterpiece. I think Ryan would agree. It would have been his third pick if he did.
It is entertaining. It's nice to know the source of the memes.
Right. Some people might say that it's, quote, unacceptable to have a movie that is mostly clips from the previous movie. But I say it's awesome. And I say that guy who does the garbage day and also does they play it as one of the don't talk clips at the Alamo, the one where it's the guy on the date in the movie theater.
Oh, that guy.
Mashes the dude in the back row, like, duh, 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 duh. You got a problem, mister? Naughty. Amazing movie.
I'm beginning to like this picture. Isn't he watching the movie?
Yeah, he's watching Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 1.
A movie that we also watched in that movie.
Oh my god.
Very funny.
It's the Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 is a masterpiece. It's hilarious. The first one I also watched for the first time this previous year because Alamo did a double feature with both of them, which was a transcendent experience to basically watch the same 40 minutes of a movie twice in a row. But yeah, I'd highly recommend it. That guy is hilarious. His performance, he had the best performance of whatever year that was, hands down. I highly recommend it. If you've only seen the memes, there's a lot more memes in the film, I would say. My personal favorite is because he's talking to a guy who's recording what he's saying, like an investigator or something, and he like is looking over, and he was telling an anecdote about the car or something, and the guy just writes down red car, and he goes, red car, good point. So perfect. But yeah, masterpiece. My other one is one that is a very much so not talked about, not heard of movie that I happened upon years and years and years and years ago, but only just watched last
this movie.
year. Yes. It's a movie called Low, spelled L-O, and it is a dirt cheap indie movie, which I found probably like 8 years ago on Amazon when I was first starting getting into collecting DVDs, and it came up as a people also bought, and I didn't buy it then, but then it was sold out for forever, and then I finally bought it this previous year, and it felt like this whole build-up of me had wanting to watch it for so many years, and I could finally watch it. And basically, it's about a guy whose girlfriend has gone missing, and he suspects she's been taken by demons, and he does a ritual to conjure the demons, and the entirety of the film takes place where he's inside this summoning circle, and demons are coming up and talking to him, basically. And it's really, really good. It's very much stuff that I personally enjoy, like lots of it feels like a stage play of them just having weird conversations, there's kooky monster makeup, there's weird dance numbers. And it's a movie that I feel like not very many people have seen or even heard of, so I would highly recommend checking it out. And also I found out, I don't know if it still is, but it was a thing of like, God, I've been waiting so long to watch this movie and I never could, and I immediately found out that it had been on YouTube the whole
I noticed this,
Yeah, that's happened to me too.
So, yeah, you can check it out pretty easily if it's still on YouTube.
Yeah, it is. But the DVD, you're right, it is like $25 now or something to get it used. It's interesting. Huh. Yeah, I remember seeing that. I don't know what streaming service, but I do remember seeing the art for that movie around.
It's great.
Okay. Good to know the movie's good. My best old movies are both William Friedkin. This fucking guy. It's pretty fucking good. William Friedkin passed away in 2023. With the new Exorcist movie, I finally saw The Exorcist. And then I went to see To Live and Die in LA in 35mm at our Alamo Draft House. And man, this fucking guy's got the stuff. To Live and Die in LA is one of the greatest action movies I have ever seen. Just the energy, the cinematography, the performances. Willem Dafoe, young, hot Willem Dafoe.
Let's go.
The fucking crime lord, fucking making, there's like a 10-minute montage of him just making counterfeit bills, and it's so goddamn cool. just the sunsets, the yellows of LA, like just like the heat, and just this fucking incredible soundtrack that our friend Zoe gifted to me on Christmas. She assuming I saw To Live and Die in LA, because now having seen it, it is 100% a George movie. So she assumed I had already seen it. No, but when I came back home and I realized that that was the soundtrack she gave me, I was like, fucking incredible. Oh my God. Yeah, To Live and Die in LA. Phenomenal. I think about the movie so much now. I can't wait to watch it again. I'll eventually get it in 4K. The Exorcist, I saw it 3 times. The first time I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. And the second time, that's pretty good. And the third time I was like, that's pretty phenomenal. That's probably one of the best horror movies ever, actually.
Hell yeah.
We saw it in 4K, and it looks incredible. Yeah, I don't know what there's to say about this movie. I guess what's something that someone hasn't said about this movie.
It's too woke.
It is pretty.
I don't think anyone said that yet.
No, but it's non-woke. They wouldn't let her up to see The Exorcist. Yeah. That's why.
The damn patriarchy.
The damn patriarchy. Yes. But yeah, this movie's fantastic. I didn't expect so many weird medical instruments of the 70s.
That's what I'm saying. That's the most upsetting part of that movie.
Fucking hell. But yeah, I love The Exorcist. I'm glad I finally saw it and I had context. And I saw I guess I'll just throw this on here. I didn't wrote it down, but The Exorcist 3, a fantastic sequel to The Exorcist. Fucking awesome. Yeah, great fucking movie. So yeah, William Friedkin. I desperately want to see The Sorcerer and The French Connection, also from him. He's a fantastic... again, and also just... I would absolutely watch... I saw the commentary. The second time I saw the commentary of The Exorcist with William Friedkin. Yeah, what a fucking guy. I just love his mannerisms. He's got this... I don't know what it is. He's just got a fucking old man raspy... I don't know. Just guy on the porch yelling at kids about movies. When we shot The Exorcist, the people they didn't believe in Jesus or whatever. Like just some nonsense or whatever. So a young man tried to sell me a banana for whatever just like weird anecdotes. Like, whatever, guy, I don't care. But rest in peace, William Friedkin. What a career. And now it's all come to this, folks. The top 10 movies of 2023. A ranked list of 10 movies that we gotta rank from number 1 to 10, baby. I don't know how else to explain how a top 10 list works. So yeah, I'm gonna read the nominees for the top 10 movies. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Past Lives, Godzilla -1, The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Yes.
I almost watched it the other day, and then no, I was like, no, I almost did it. I was like,
you know what? No.
I think it was 2 hours. I was like, ooh, I don't know. Anyways, Poor Things, Killers of the Flower Moon, The Holdovers, Asteroid City, The Taste of Things, Anatomy of a Fall, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Saltburn, The Zone of Interest, Talk to Me, Oppenheimer, Infinity Pool, Beau is Afraid, May December, The Iron Claw, Barbie, Eileen, Saw X, and Theater Camp. Are there any movies we are missing that should be on this list?
For the sake of the list, no.
I didn't put any of my top ones that no one else liked because I didn't have any more energy to defend movies that I love and no one else cares about.
What was your number 1 of the year?
I was afraid.
Oh, okay.
No, it's on the list.
Yeah, I figured I could maybe try and get one.
All right. Let's start here. Whoo!
All right. Now is the fun part where we see how long we can keep Last Voyage of the Demeter on a list before George starts being all mean.
For this guy.
For me, yeah. So numbered. We can see the numbers. We have 23 movies, so we gotta cut 13. Yeah. So that's I'm going to say nice things about some of my favorite movies on this list. Godzilla -1 was such a spectacular surprise. I was going into like, sure, I'll watch the new Godzilla movie. I'm sure I'll think it's fine. I think Shin Godzilla's a little overrated, but that's just my opinion. I like the part where he looks like a little weird guy. That's the peak of the movie, and that's at the beginning of it. Maybe I'd like it more now, but yeah. But I was not expecting to be just completely blown away by this. Again, I can't believe that the effects budget they had was that low. It looks fantastic. Great tension. We have a human plot that is not annoying. Yeah, it's great. I just wanted to say that. Another nice thing I want to say about a movie before I suggest one to cut, and it's one I don't think is maybe going to make it very far. The Iron Claw. I don't know. We'll see how the Iron Claw does. But again, this is very George bait. I love wrestling, and I know the story of this. So, but it's I think Zac Efron just really does a great job of embodying this character and this human who's still alive who lost his family. Spoilers for the Iron Claw. Things don't go great for the Von Erichs. Things are not great. But yeah, it is just like. Man, I did not. We said this for the last categories, but I did not know that kid had that in him. Mm-hmm. Does anyone else feel strongly about the Iron Claw?
I mean, I like it a lot, and I wouldn't mind it being on the list, but I'm also not gonna.
You know what? Before I do that, Oppenheimer.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Oppenheimer's not gonna make the top 10, right?
Yeah, fuck Oppenheimer.
Probably, yeah. No.
I like it. It's fine. It's a film. It's a movie you could watch. I don't know.
I think it's the one I dislike the most on the list.
That's the one where I was like, because these are all movies I like. I'm cutting Oppenheimer. He's gone.
Bye, Oppie.
Okay.
Man.
Okay, well, now, before I start sacrificing my favorite things, is there anything else that I'm like, that's not going to make the cut?
I'll say some of my favorites. So this year was not a year that I felt super passionate about a lot of movies.
I agree.
I think the year that we're in is starting off a lot stronger with that personally, with some stuff. But this isn't about. Yeah. But we won't talk about that for another 12 months. But for this year, there was like really 3 movies that I feel like I was super passionate about. Across the Spider-Verse, you know, it has all that Spider-Man stuff. It has incredible animation. It has a really compelling and weird, unique story and characters, and it's just so different and interesting, and I love it. I'm definitely, you know, it's hitting that childhood Spider-Man fan stuff in me, and also the desire for like, oh, a good comic book movie, please. That desire to like, I want this so bad, and this is one of the good ones. So I love it a lot. Don't know what to say about it. Past Lives, just a perfect sad boy movie. Reminds me so much of the Before trilogy, how it's just feels like a conversation between people for the most part. That's just compelling and sad and introspective and relatable for like so many people. And then, like George said, Godzilla -1, absolutely incredible. Just a beautiful film. Like, there were so many points in this film that I was just like, this is so gorgeous to look at. And a part of that is, you know, you had people who really cared making practical stuff, shooting on real locations, which is very helpful. But it's also clear from the Academy Awards that everyone working on this was so passionate about this movie and Godzilla as a whole, and that just really shines through on this and just makes it such a
really are a hard group to hate on when they're just adorable about how much they love Godzilla.
It's so challenging. I'm so excited to get this movie on physical when it releases in the States. But yes, those 3 I'm going to be fighting for on this list. Everything else, like, there's stuff that, you know, I feel like is objectively very good, like Zone of Interests and Anatomy of a Fall and The Holdovers and Flower Moon, of course, but they just don't have like the passion in me as much. So we'll see how this list goes. Yeah, but
I have thoughts about Spider-Man. We'll see.
Oh no!
I like it a lot, but it's right. Keeping on a positive thing, and also because, you know, Ryan hates this movie. Carrie, I want you to say some nice things about Saltburn, because it's a movie I like a whole lot as well. But yeah.
I love Saltburn. It's just that type of movie that is hilarious to me. It's just like a big, weird, gross soap opera, and it's just, it feels like a blockbuster for sickos, and it's perfect, and it's hilarious, and it presents itself in such a way that it's just like, isn't this insane? It's like, oh my god, whoa, that's so crazy. I just love how it feels divisive in the way that people watch it and they're like, this is, but some people are like, this is so disgusting, and then the people who love it are like, this is so stupid. I love it. But I just love stupid, punchy movies that are done really well and really stylistically, and you know what? Emerald Fennell's gonna do that for me. if I, because I can't watch Promising Young Woman very often, so I can watch Saltburn all the time. Okay.
Just to piggyback on that, because I'm also the Saltburn person. I think again, this is a movie I do wish it had a physical release, and I'm also so happy I saw it in a theater. I was so sick of the trailers, because I was like, what is this? I'm tired of it. I liked the first one, but I was just like, I don't know where we're going. Yeah, I was really well edited, but I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck this movie is. And I feel like that first trailer to the movie is dissonant. The second one is more true to what is it a little bit.
That first trailer feels like it's presenting itself with the grandiosity of like the stupid ass new Ghostbusters trailer.
Oh my god.
Legacy.
Whoa. This Ghostbusters. That's pretty good.
Saltburn.
That's pretty good. But yes, I love freaky shit, and Saltburn is some big time freaky shit. And it's shot beautifully, and the cast is pretty as hell and wonderful. And Barry's fucking going for it.
I love Barry.
So yeah. Anyways, is there anything other movie you want to say something nice about, Carrie? Well, before we start saying mean things about these movies we like a lot.
I think Beau is Afraid is the best movie that came out last year by a lot, and I don't understand how no one else feels this way. It's stacked, it's got so much going on, and all of it is so thoughtfully put together and interesting and cool, and there's fun little nuggets that you get when you watch it 3 times in a row like me. And it's such a cool exercise in a surreal nightmare that this pathetic man is experiencing, and I love movies that feel like you're inside of a dream that is falling apart the entire time, and you're just trying to fight your way back to reality. And I think Beau is Afraid is the most elegantly put together version of that we've seen in a while.
Beau is Afraid reminds me a lot of Under the Silver Lake.
Yes!
Because like it's the next movie by a director who made some cool stuff, and like they had like much more rage, and they made something weird and divisive, and
12 people were like, yes!
12 people were like, yeah. And, you know, that director, I can't remember It Follows It, Other Silver Lake director's name.
Three-named
something,
man. Something Mitchell.
But he's finally getting out of director jail because he has some movies coming out. So.
But at the same point, it's just like, make a sequel to the thing that did well.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So I have a feeling, I know Ari Aster has Sasquatch Sunset, which he's producing, but I have a feeling he might be put in like a temporary director jail kind of thing.
He just started working on his next Western.
Oh,
he's doing
really?
a Western movie called something Wood or something.
Interesting.
I don't remember. So that'll be hilarious.
And what I know we're saying a lot of nice things, but I'm gonna cut one that I don't think will make it. Theater Camp. I don't know if it's gonna make it, but this is a movie for me that I saw the trailers and I was like, that seems fine, nice. I'm sure Alamo Drafthouse will show that movie after marketing it so much, but
they never did.
Absolutely the same.
But then I watched it finally months after on Hulu, and just like, this is just a comedy just showcase of people who are just like fucking killing it with timing, and their jokes are just hit so goddamn good. And it's shot in the sort of documentary style, which is or that like no sound, like we're just gonna let the thing we're saying sit in the room, and which is it's done a lot, but I think they just do it so fucking well. And is it the funniest movie I saw last year? Probably. I like it more than Bottoms. I like Bottoms.
Well, yeah. Bottoms is great.
Yeah.
Bottoms is great.
But I was shocked by how much I loved this
Bottoms
movie.
is great. None of us brought it up at all.
I did not. I don't feel super passionate about bottoms. So
I like bottoms a lot, but I felt like it wouldn't make it very far on some of these lit categories, so I did not think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Best horror movie.
Bottoms.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna cut Theater Camp unless someone else feels strongly. It is a fucking.
I really liked it.
It is a nice movie. Like, it just is a feel good kind of movie.
I wish I had more Ao because she is just incredible. But yeah, very good. Okay, so we cut one. Where do we go from here?
I'm looking at these movies and Infinity Pool. Does Infinity Pool make the top 10? Because I feel like we all liked a lot of it, but
I like it.
It's in my personal top 10.
I like it.
But I know
a
that
lot.
Carrie's personal top 10
I don't know.
hasn't featured a ton this year.
It's a movie I enjoy watching.
Okay. I just wanted to read the room on it. Okay.
I kind of like watching this one.
It's a movie. I don't know. I like it a lot. It is a bold movie, and I love. Like I said, I love freak shit. It is the freakiest movie of the year, maybe.
Okay, then let me bring up another movie that went pretty high on some Oscar lists, which is Barbie. I think we all really like Barbie. I think we all appreciate Barbie, but I don't know if Barbie hits top 10.
I don't know where it's gonna go. Where it is on everyone's list. Let me look at mine.
It's in
20.
top. It's in top 10 for me. I
Number
can't
20.
remember where it is, but like I said, there was not a lot that came out this year that I felt super passionate about. So even though like I believe I gave it like a 4, it's not like a. And like I respect it a lot, and I love the cast and everyone, but it's just not something that I'm super passionate.
It is in my top 10, but it is a movie that we could stick around until. I would rather have something that is A Beau is Afraid on the list than a Barbie. Like I'd rather have something that we care about, like we the people in this room care a lot about.
That's what I'm trying to think about.
Consensus, because otherwise, what the fuck are we doing on this podcast? Why are we recording this?
I like Barbie, but I liked it a little less on a rewatch. But I don't dislike it at all. But it's just one that I think might have been bolstered by some of the hype. But not to say it's a bad movie. I don't know why I'm going against Barbie. I don't feel any negativity towards Barbie.
The hype around it did definitely help bring like a kind of like a warmness to it when it was in theaters, which I feel like is probably not around as much anymore. Yeah. Very funny movie though. Yeah.
I'm gonna cut The Last Voyage of Demeter just to make this list
go
down a little bit. Just to make the number go down, you know. Okay, great. I like May. I know May December's whole bit is that it keeps getting underlooked. It is a great movie. It is weirdly funny, and also incredibly heartbreaking, and just some fucking incredible performances. But I don't know if it's gonna make it a top 10.
I don't believe it made my top 10.
Okay, yeah.
I agree. Listen, I'm so sorry, man. Try again next time, guys.
Well, the writer of that movie is did Acme versus Coyote. So
no!
I don't know about her next time. Also, her first screenplay, which is fucking insane to me.
That's a very good first screenplay.
Okay. I'm sure that sounded great on the microphone. See, I look at this list and I'm like, how is there 19 movies on this list? It feels so short. Like, I don't know where we're gonna go. Oh, fuck.
So, I'm gonna say something controversial.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Why do we do this?
I'm sorry. So, another movie that I feel like is very good, but I'm not passionate about, is Killers of the Flower Moon. I believe George is very passionate about it.
I think it's my number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah, it's a very good movie.
It is a very good movie, but it's not one that I have I don't think I'll ever rewatch this.
Yeah,
movie.
that's the problem with it, right? Again, that's not a problem. It is a thing against. You could lobby against it if that's even a thing that counts as a negative.
It's not even that like it's so long. It's like I wouldn't bother because there's listen, I've watched, a lot of long movies many times in a row. I've seen Zodiac like 40 times. I've seen Interstellar 5,000 times. Both very long movies, but they don't feel that long, and so I don't think about that when I rewatch them. And I don't really think about how Killers of the Flower Moon is very long either, because it doesn't feel like 3 hours. It feels long, but it's not like, you know what I mean. But that's not why I wouldn't say that's the reason why I wouldn't rewatch it. I'm just not passionate about the story of it. I care more about the performances when I think about this film.
Yeah. I would rather cut a personal favorite before we cut that. The taste of things. Does anyone else feel super strongly about it?
I did not see this film.
I liked it a lot. Yeah, I don't know if it cracks top 10 collectively, but I thought it was very, very good.
It is a really good. I mean, I feel if we're gonna if we're thinking about cutting Killers of the Flower Moon, which I don't know if we are, but I'd rather cut that just because I like it a lot. But yeah, I don't know if it's I don't see in a collective list. I think there's other stuff I'd rather see than. So I'm gonna in order to cut this number down, I'm gonna cut the taste of things and keep Killers of the Flower Moon. I know, Carrie, do you feel strong about Killers of the Flower Moon? I really like that movie a whole lot.
I like it. I don't feel super passionately about it, but I wouldn't be mad at it in a top 10 list either.
Okay. All right. Well, so it has been said. Man. Man, I think okay, Eileen I like Eileen a whole lot.
Me too.
It's a big time vibe. Is that gonna make it?
I don't think.
Okay.
Probably not.
Yeah, okay.
It's a very good, very fun, very upsetting movie. Big fans on this podcast, but I don't think it'll.
I like the part where she
very forgotten. Like it is gone from the public.
I think about it a lot.
Yeah.
I like the part where she woke up in her own throw up. That was really
good. Pretty good.
That was pretty good.
I think that movie has showed us that Mackenzie Davis, Thomas and Mackenzie can be a little freak, much like our boy Barry Keoghan.
We already knew that.
So I'm excited to see what little freak stuff she does next.
It's really fucked up how much I dislike Last Night in Soho, whatever the fuck that movie was called.
That movie fucking sucks.
Because every time I look, it's a detriment to her. I look at her and I think about that movie and I'm like, fuck you. I don't think of Old, which would be better for her, for my own. Yeah.
And I see people posting like, to be fair, this is an amazing movie about Last Night in Soho, and I'm like, what the hell?
Does anyone else love Asteroid City? Does anyone else think about Asteroid City regularly? It's in their top 10.
No.
I mean, I think about it regularly because I have the Asteroid City lunchbox on top of my refrigerator, but it's not a movie that I ruminate on very often. I enjoyed it a lot, but it didn't really strike too many chords within me.
Wes Anderson films are ones I rarely think
That's
about.
That's true.
Personally, I wish I liked them more. There's a lot of them that I would like to watch, but yeah, he just does not do much for me. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm a terrible person.
It's probably.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut Asteroid City. It's fuck. Am I? Oh yeah, I'm gonna cut it. So what I was thinking on my head, listener, was there's a goddamn Guardians of the Galaxy movie on this fucking list.
It's true.
And I was like, would I cut Asteroid City before Guardians of the Galaxy? And for somehow the math in my head says Asteroid City.
Damn.
Because I really like Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But I don't know if I'll make it either. But
have you rewatched Guardians of the Galaxy 3 since then?
4 times.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's a very good. It's like a Back to the Future movie for me, where it's like, I don't know, I just like watching it when it's on. I'm like, yeah, I'm happy. I like it a lot.
Watching this movie.
Yeah.
I like watching.
Put that on the box.
Yeah, let's talk about Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because we are a very cynical podcast. We're very cynical about Marvel. Well, me and Carrie specifically.
I'm trying.
Why isn't the Marvels on this list?
Yeah, what the hell, Ryan?
I'm more of a defender of it, but I'm not I like its ideas, but it doesn't obviously go there all the way. Listen, I want to like comic book movies again so bad, and that's hurting my brain.
I get that. I feel that with like recent seasons of Drag Race that have all felt overproduced and bad, and I'm like, all right, well,
similar things.
So point being, I think for Guardians of the Galaxy, for me, is a movie that there is still life in this genre, even though it is a thing that we just want to keep putting out because it's a way to make big money. But we can still make fun movies that look extremely interesting and are spectacular. Like I said, I've said it a lot on the podcast, but I love how freaky James Gunn gets with the fucking flesh world thing and the fucking the humanoid creature planet that has people in actual costumes. I love that Chris Pratt is not the main character of this movie, and he is so not. I don't know what James said. It feels like James Gunn said, Chris, can you like take it down? Can you be like, you are not the main person here. You're like not, this is not about you. Mm-hmm. That's what it felt like someone said to him, like, chill. This isn't, you're not the center of the universe. And I like him so much better as just a sad fucking guy who's now like, I'm Star-Lord. Yeah, I thought this, and I like Guardians of the Galaxy. I did not like Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I like 1. I love the video game. I love the ensemble of, I know it's so cliche, but of like fucking, not heroes, but kind of heroes, you know? They're a little different. There's some kind of Suicide Squad.
One of them's a tree.
Yeah. And yeah, I like this movie a lot. I don't know if it'll somehow, if it makes it to the list, it'll be like 10. That's because I'm still embarrassed at how much I like it, which is weird. It's not just how cynical I am, but I like it a lot, and I would watch it right now. I like it a lot. It's good.
I am feeling it's time for us to cut Barbie. I'm going to say it. I don't know if Barbie's going to make it to top 10.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like
there's stuff people are passionate. They're passionate. Yeah.
Yes.
That's wild, but yeah.
Listen, out of here.
I'm trying to do the work.
Okay. Thank you, Ryan.
I'm doing it, okay?
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Thank you.
Where would we be without you, Ryan?
Exactly.
We'd be at 40 movies on the list being like, no, maybe we should just make it 40.
Let's do a top 40.
I'm gonna now cut the Iron Claw. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Like I said, I've said I think everything I said. Okay, what I'll say, a new thing that I'll say about this movie is spoilers for the Iron Claw. There is the moment in the end, and it is a fucking brave moment to shoot. Oh yeah, you haven't seen it. Sorry. There is the part where he's on the boat. When that is a moment that either works. Or it's like, fucking, what?
Yeah.
And I think it works because we're dealing with a real tragedy here. Mm-hmm. And again, like I said, the character that, I almost say Troy Bolton. Zac Efron is playing is a real human being who this real happened to him. So it's like, come on, man. How cynical can you be?
Right. Yeah.
So that's what I'll say about that.
And I mean, when they're doing that line dance at the wedding, you could tell that boy was in a few High School Musical movies. Yeah. The dance moves just seem so natural for him.
There was the remake of Hairspray, but it's a shame that did musicals come back in a big way thanks to High School Musical for a bit there?
Probably, yeah.
Because there was Hairspray.
Well, I mean, Moulin Rouge probably did a lot of that
That's
too,
true.
Because that came out in 2001, I don't know how well it did at like big awards and stuff, but everyone was like,
I mean, Glee was the biggest show on
TV. That's true. I never watched.
That's true. That seemed for lame people.
But
anyway, what I'm saying is just make good musicals. This is what musicals that I like.
Well, George, you neglected to watch the best musical that came out last year, which is called Dix the Musical.
That's true.
And it's a masterpiece. I don't know if you would like it, but I think it's very funny.
So we're at 14 movies now, so we just got to cut 4.
How is the passion level on Anatomy of a Fall on the screen?
I like it a lot. It's
I
very
like
good.
it a lot as well. I don't know if I feel super passionate about it.
I would like to see it on the. I think I would like to see it on the list over the holdovers, but I don't know.
Okay.
If we're cutting stuff, I like Anatomy of a Fall. I don't know. It does get a little ridiculous when I think about the fucking French judicial system. Where I was just like, how does this work? Is this just vibes? What is this?
That's not the movie's fault.
That's not, again, I'm assuming, yeah. Like, what do you mean? How is that even a fair argument?
Great movie.
That song's a little angry, don't you think? Oh, he's right.
No, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. What are we? I don't know how I became the holdover.
Like I said, the only three. I gave my pitch on the 3 movies I'm passionate about this year. So like everything.
Those
else,
are your locks, for this list.
That is what I would fight for.
Okay.
If you guys wanted to cut one of them, then I would argue with you. But everything else, I feel pretty like solid about it being there. Like I feel like Poor Things is going to end up being on there. I feel like Saltburn and Beau's Afraid is going to be on there. Saw X seems like it'll be on there considering it's this group, but that one's
Saw
still a
X
bit of a
is
top.
gonna be on the list.
Okay.
It's fucking great. It is the most fun I had at the movies.
I know you enjoy watching it, George, but I mean, I would feel comfortable cutting Infinity Pool at this point to make some room for some other.
It was high on my list for the longest time
It's a
somehow.
great movie. I love that Brandon Cronenberg guy. He knows what he's talking about.
Mhm.
That guy's very silly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can cut that. Okay, so we can cut the holdovers then. Let's cut the hold. I like to keep Anatomy of Fall for now. But the holdovers again, it's like I said, it's not just a pastiche that it looks like an old Christmas movie. It feels like you unearthed an old Christmas movie.
It's really cool.
It's just very good. Yeah. So now we're at 12. So that means we got to cut 2. Ryan Lance is someone who feels weird about saying bad things about movies about the Holocaust. What if you cut The Zone of Interest?
Oh man. I did not put this movie on my list because like I said when we discussed this movie, it's just
I'm shaking my head so people know I disagree with Ryan. He's the one who said to cut it, not me. By the way.
No. I think it should be number 1 because of how much I hate the Holocaust. I don't know. But yeah, it's a difficult movie to discuss in a ranking system. So maybe for that reason we cut it.
Sure, I would cut it.
It's hard to be like, I like Spider-Man more than I like. You know what I mean?
No, I think I just cut it.
It's a great
based
movie.
on passion. It's a great movie. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this movie when I saw a weird post of like, you know how people will post like Instagram like pics of them at like Auschwitz, but like their butts out.
I don't know about that. No.
They'll like do like the selfies of their
You're on Instagram? What?
No. I see these on like Reddit pages.
Oh, okay.
That makes more sense.
like explain this type of thing. It was like,
I see.
I think it was like why are people hating on this image? And it's like a girl in front of like the train tracks and like she's like showing her butt and, like, why do people not like this? And they don't know that like, oh, she's on the train tracks for the Holocaust.
See the lore about this fun.
So I thought about like, what about that lady taking a picture in front of all those shoes? Like, where are the old lady's shoes from? It's like, oh boy. But yeah, maybe we remove it just so we don't have to talk about the Holocaust anymore.
Mainly that I'm not. I like it a lot, but I feel strongly about something like Asteroid City, which is a movie I cut. So if someone was Ryan, you want to cut the Zone?
Oh Jesus Christ!
Okay.
Because that movie sucks.
Oh no,
that's a great movie. But...
It's a very good, very upsetting, very well made movie. Powerful and dense.
We're at 11, so we gotta cut 1. Fuck.
We have not talked about Talk to Me yet.
That's a good movie.
How far is Talk to Me? Because for me, I think it was like number 4 after the 3 I'm passionate about. It's like just under the passion-o-meter. If I understood their accents a little bit more, it probably would be on that.
It is my number 2.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Thank you.
I like that.
We cut Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse.
No.
Okay, so here's what's the mean thing about Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse. When I first watched that movie, I think I gave it 3.5 stars, and I was like, this is the legally lowest you can give this movie, because the talent on display is just like you can't argue with how good it looks.
Mhm.
But I think it has structural problems. I just don't, compared to the first one, I just, the journey our hero goes on, it just feels weird to me, and it doesn't, and it's not even that it doesn't end, I just didn't find it compelling. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, when I watched it, I had forgotten that was a bit that movie just kind of ends, and I was like, oh, right,
It's
well,
over.
that kind of sucks. But I get it, but I just...
I'm not saying to cut, I'm just saying a mean thing about this movie right now.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you
But
want,
maybe we
do you want
cut
to hear
it,
my
though.
mean thing about
Yes.
Spider-Man?
No!
Spider-Man movie?
I just don't care about Spider-Man at all.
No!
And I feel like that's kind of a prereq to get anything out of that movie.
But you enjoyed the last one more.
I
right?
did, because it was like, well, this is kind of fun and feels like someone is going through a story and not just like...
Yes.
not just a guy goes into a hole that's full of Spider-Man.
That is the story of that movie for the most part. There is the Gwen stuff, but and we come back to it finally. but-
What I'll say as like an argument to both of you guys' things is I feel like for both Miles and Gwen, they both have a full like circular emotional arc where they have definite, places that they needed to be at the end of this. For Gwen, it's a little more,
Resolution?
resolution, and for Miles, it's more of he is now at this place emotionally that he needed to be at for a very long time, and now he just needs to overcome another more physical obstacle so he can.
So you're saying by the end of that movie, he has gone through his emotional arc, but now there is this physical thing that he has to. Now he's trapped in this thing, and so he can't have his resolution
because he has that emotional, coming out to moment to his mom that he had been,
Right.
the most nervous about. And then, of course, the twist of that's not really his mother.
Mhm.
But what's important is that he was ready and confident in saying those things to her, which is something I appreciated a lot more the second time around. And I think, sets him up to have a full, complete arc to make the movie feel a little less like clearly a part one type of thing. It still very much is, and, if the part 3... kind of ends up sucking ass. It will be to the detriment of this movie too, but I just feel like the foundation is laid really solid to whatever that movie comes out. It was supposed to be out already.
Right.
To be something really cool and interesting. So, and also, it's unfortunately my number one movie of the year, so
Okay.
I'm very sorry.
All right. Okay,
We don't have to cut Spider-Man.
what if we cut Anatomy of a Fall then?
I wouldn't really be heartbroken.
Okay, I think that's the one that goes.
I like that movie a lot, but I mean,
Okay.
I appreciate the passion that people have for other movies a lot more than for that one.
So we have 10 movies.
We did it.
We have Across the Spider-Verse, Past Lives, Godzilla -1, Poor Things, Killers of the Flower Moon, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Saltburn, Talk to Me, Beau is Afraid, and Saw X. And now we go through the fun cycle of moving these around into a ranking that
On a
the
phone.
entire
That's the fun part.
on a phone in a ranking that anyone's happy with. Personally, I'm fine with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse being number one, but
Okay, for our bottom, how about we go Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Beau is Afraid, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Let's start there. I know I'm getting this drama, but I'm just like, I'm fine having Guardians low, and I don't want Beau is Afraid to automatically be the lowest movie. I like a lot of parts of it, and Carrie's very passionate about it, and then Spider-Man, because that almost got cut. I don't know.
Okay, I'm okay with this for now.
Fine by me.
Okay.
I'm okay
I
with
will
this
be the person
for
who
now.
tries to fix this on the document. Nobody breathe.
Oh no.
That's not please,
So, I'm trying to think of what will probably be more towards the top. Because, that's kind of like... Actually, I think the hardest part is the middle. Because I'm trying to think of what the most difficult process of this is, and it's probably the middle, but... And I don't want to,
It is
jump to, what I feel like would probably end up being our top ones.
I have no
collectively.
goddamn clue what our number one's gonna be. I'll say that right now.
I think a movie that we're all pretty high on equally is Past Lives.
Yeah, I feel like Past Lives
Oh, yeah,
and
I was gonna say-
Godzilla are pretty high up on all of our lists.
Yeah.
Godzilla's alright.
Oh.
I like it, but
I was just looking at what's at the top right now after rearranging.
I love Godzilla -1, so I'll fight for that. But I feel like Past Lives is a pretty safe bet to be towards the top of that.
okay, yes, I agree with that 100%.
Now Saltburn Kraken 5.
Is that 5 currently?
I don't like that.
What if we put Saltburn right above Spider-Man just to piss off Ryan? I'd be fine with it higher, but just the idea of it just eking out in front of Spider-Man is very
I really
funny.
don't like that, but I equally don't like it being top 5. So if that keeps it at a top 5, that makes me happy.
I don't love Talk to Me that much, so why don't we just move Saw X to 5 and then move those 2 down?
Okay.
If that makes any sense to anybody.
Saltburn is
It's
definitely
at 6 at that point, Ryan.
Talk to Me is 100% a better movie.
Okay, then
than
fine.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Fine, I'll
And
take
Carrie, I know you agree with me on that.
Okay, I will move Saw.
I know you agree with me on that.
I mean, you know.
Because you just told me a little bit ago that it was number 2.
Saltburn's number 4.
And I know what your number 1 is.
Alright.
Saltburn's right there.
All right. Okay. So,
Listen, also,
Beautiful.
Saw X is a better movie than Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm gonna say it. I am gonna say it. I am gonna say it. And
I don't want to hurt George, but
I don't. I mean, I love Saw. You know.
Oh, this is always the best part when we get to the top 10. Things get moved around so weirdly.
All right. I agree with that.
Let's go.
Oh, yes.
Man, what a time to be alive, folks. Okay.
We love it.
Okay.
Now, Carrie, Poor Things is George's favorite. Is that your favorite movie of the year?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And me and Carrie, I think, gave it like a 3. So,
I mean, I gave it a 4.
Okay.
Just because I respect it a lot, but it didn't sit right with me.
Okay.
But I know that there's been so much discourse about Poor Things, and I'm like, I don't want to be called media illiterate.
Oh, no. So, I guess...
It's like, I've thought about Poor Things a lot, and I realized because I had initial, ew about the baby brain thing, and I'm like,
oh, yeah.
I mean, it's more about criticizing the people who love her because of her baby brain, not about how her being baby brained is awesome. So I'm
yes.
Okay.
It's not a good thing that she's got baby brain.
So
It's not a good thing it's a child in a...
Yeah, my initial, kind of went away after I thought about it more. So I haven't rewatched it. I still owe it a rewatch. But it's not like I just dismissed Poor Things. I have sat and thought about Poor Things more than probably any other movie.
Everyone stop adding Carrie about Poor Things.
Her specifically.
She is media literate.
That's why
She understands.
I didn't want to get into it until I thought about it a ton, because I'm like, I feel like I'm wrong, but I also feel bad. I don't know.
We can also all just not like the movie that much. It's like, I get it, I just don't like it.
I don't like Godzilla -1 that much. I'll say that.
Ooh.
What if...
Cringe
What?
take, my man.
What if we put Saw X as the second best movie of 2023?
Thrilled. I think it deserves it. I think we earned it. We shafted Tobin Bell for best performance.
I like how Saw X is nowhere near this for our lists, our individual
What are you
lists.
talking about? It's my number 10. Saw 10, number 10.
That's fair.
That's pretty good.
But for the collective group, number 2. Actually, for this group, it makes sense for it to be number 2.
Honestly, I'm going to edit my personal list live. Why the fuck is Godzilla above Saw 10? That's ridiculous.
Oh, man.
I'm just going to do a live ranking of George's list. Is Saw X better than Godzilla -1? Yes. Is Saw X better than Dungeons and Dragons? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Is Saw X better than Eileen? Yes. Is Saw X better than
Yes.
Infinity Pool? Yes. Is Saw X better than the Iron Claw?
On my list, yes.
Yes. And is it better than Ferrari? Yeah.
Oh no, heartbreak.
Is it better than Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? We just said it. Yes. So, I think that's as far as I'm going to go. So, point being, I really like Saw X.
Saw X fucking rocks.
Okay.
Yeah, Saw X is my number 10. It just beat out Zone of Interest.
So now that... Okay, so... Alright. Fuck. Okay, so I would love to see Poor Things above Godzilla, but I don't know if I want to fight it. So
I love Godzilla.
Okay,
I've been hurt already on this list.
I'm sorry, Ryan.
so what if we switch killers above Poor Things? I know it makes no sense because Poor Things are killers and are 1 and 2 for me. I would rather see killers above Poor Things on this list.
That's fine.
I don't know why, but I would.
I have no qualms
Okay,
with that.
I'm doing that then. It's a fucking great film. I love it so much. It's good.
Yeah, I need to rewatch Poor Things. I moved it way down my list when I was mad.
Gotcha.
It's at 31 right now.
Wow,
I don't think it deserves to be.
You were just mad when it was like, I'm gonna ruin Yogos' career.
I do. Oh yeah, everyone looks at my list and like, oof. It's below Wonka.
That's pretty brutal, yeah.
The movie's a real subreddit. Did everyone notice Carrie moved Poor Things below Wonka?
I don't know.
What does it mean? What did Yorgos do?
Sorry, Yorgos, but his
Did she understand the movie?
No, I didn't. Please help.
Please explain to this lady what Poor Things is about, please.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, Yorgos.
He has a new movie coming out this summer.
I know.
Yeah.
That one looks awesome.
Yeah, that'll be funny.
Is this our list? I think we're done, right?
So I'll read them all out loud. We'll in reverse order, and we'll see how people feel.
Okay.
Number 10, Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. Number 9, Beau is Afraid. Number 8, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Number 7, Saltburn. Number 6, Talk to Me. Number 5, Poor Things. Number 4, Killers of the Flower Moon. Number 3, Godzilla -1. Number 2, Saw X. And number 1, Past Lives.
You missed the I'm seeing past lives.
What's up?
My eyes see past lives.
Oh, yes. Let's see. Number 1 movie of the year. Past Lives. It's like, oh, okay.
Thank you, Mr. Dunkachino.
Thank you, Duncan.
So now I'm just thinking of, do I want to... No, I'm not going to open that can of worms.
Uh-oh.
If you want to take out Across the Spider-Verse and bring back Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Yes.
I'm looking into my soul if I want to say this out loud. Nah, I don't want to say this out
no.
loud. I'm going to say it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to say it. I want to hear from George.
I was thinking about, do I like Beau is Afraid more than Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? And I don't think so. Just visually, it's the visuals. I'm sorry. I like the pretty colors.
I don't
pretty
want,
colors.
I don't want to hurt Ryan in the ways that I've been hurt.
What a weird year. So I think that's it. Our best movie of 2023 is Past Lives.
Woo!
Yay!
Whoa.
Very good movie. Yeah, what a season. That was a weird year.
It was a weird year.
Weird year.
Who would have thought when we bought our tickets to Saw X, it was going to be the collective best film, second best film of the
I
year.
thought that.
And now I'm just scared we're only going to go downhill. So,
Well, probably.
you know.
We had this time together.
Oh, man. I think the sign that thinks is when fucking... What's his name? Detective fucking...
Pikachu?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you.
Is it Hoffman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hoffman shows up at the fucking...
Epic
bad
luck.
look. Talk about epic bad luck. I was like, all right. All right, cool. Well, that's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on this strange journey where Saw X became the second best movie of the year.
Love it.
But that's just how the science goes. Scientific...
No one understands the method, not even us.
No, I don't.
This is how the Academy voted, folks.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
what to tell you. So yeah. Ryan, if folks wanted to see the movies you'll be watching in 2024, where can they find you?
Ooh, they can go to letterboxd.com/filmpiece and see what movies I am talking about. And there's some pretty good movies out this year so far. Like I said earlier, I'm a lot more optimistic about this year. There's some really cool stuff coming up.
Yeah, Imaginary. We all love that movie.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Why'd you say it like that?
George, you know that come this time next year, we will be discussing
God
that movie
fucking damn
in
it.
some ways.
Fuck.
I'm so sorry.
It could definitely be a do not go in there.
Please, I hope the First Omen is more ridiculous than Imaginary, which is not. I think First Omen is gonna be bad, but I would rather us talk about the First Omen.
What about Night Swim though?
We will 100% be talking about
That comes out on Blu-ray, I think, next week. Let's go.
I think I said this after we were leaving the theater, is that it has already taken the crown for the 2024 Do Not Go In There award.
Haunted pool.
For numerous reasons. So everyone who stayed and listened to the whole thing, you have a spoiler for next year.
Okay. Carrie, where can folks find your opinions on film?
You can find me on Letterboxd just by searching my first name, Carrie, Karrie.
And you can find me at J. Cruz Alvarez 26. That's it, folks. The opposite of congratulations to Oppenheimer. Sorry about that.
The first movie that
was
was cut.
Fuck you to Oppenheimer.
But check out Tenet. Tenet's pretty good.
It's great.
Check out Tenet.
Me and my friend Chris were joking. Every time that Oppenheimer won an award, we were pretending that Christopher Nolan won for Tenet.
It'd be pretty good. It'd be pretty funny.
It was the deserved Oscar.
The opposite way with Kenneth Branagh wins all the supporting.
Holy hell!
It's pretty fucking
Can you
good in that
imagine?
movie.
That'd be amazing. I mean, he could have won Best Supporting for Oppenheimer too. Remember when he was?
Oh, that's true. It's so true.
Way better than Robert Downey
so true.
Jr.
All right, well that's a pod, folks. Until next, I was gonna say not until next year. We'll see. You'll see us soon.
See you someday.
Until then, bye bye.